performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
Shannons is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle Sport Chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannons.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport. And that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
And a very warm welcome on this chilly night here at Sydney Dragway. We're in the west of Sydney, of course, at Eastern Creek. It's great to have you with us. My name's Pat Elliott. I'm joined by Stephen Bush. I've got Mark Thomas and Adam Heron up here in the booth with me tonight. It's a bit cosy up here, fellas. How the hell are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Pat, how are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful because we're here for Aeroflow Performance Race for Real. It's comp night. The staging lanes are getting filled down there. There's plenty of tough cars and bikes on display. I can see a couple of cars coming up to the burnout pit. And we're ready to rock and roll, mate.
Yes, we are, as per usual. There's a good little mix of cars down there. There's a bit of Australian muscle, there's some Japanese muscle. I did spy up the back there a pretty nice looking fastback Mustang as well.
Nice.
Which we can see on our staging camera up there, Pat, the white one.
Absolutely.
So also bumped into Sean Ricketts down there in the staging lane on his modified bike.
Ah, yeah, excellent.
Just quickly explaining that he's got the racer's itch, so he's had to come out to scratch it. So hopefully we'll see Sean run some pretty good numbers tonight.
Excellent, excellent.
And looking forward to having a good old time up here in the commentary box and bringing everybody in the venue and of course on our live streams all of the action.
Absolutely, mate. No, it's good to see. We've got a different roaming mic tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it, Mark Thomas.
And a little bit taller by then too.
Yeah. He's a little bit taller. We're going to throw Mark out into the cool air tonight and interview some of the drivers. So, you know, if you see him there and you want to have a bit of a chat, wave him over. I'm sure that he's going to be more than keen to talk to you about your car and what you've done to it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, no pocket rocket tonight. We've got regular, normal, average size rocket.
And not as quick as what the pocket is.
Yeah, no. He'll be sorely missed, but his wig's still there, Mark. We could throw you into the wig.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
We've got the mullet wig.
The mullet wig's there.
Yeah,
No, he'll pass.
I don't make those silly bets.
Oh, you're not sure about that one, mate?
Oh, we just thought you could do it for some fun. All good. So, yes, as I said, Mark Thomas will be down in the staging lanes and down probably on the start line a little bit as well, just giving us the close-up action that we can't necessarily see from afar up here, but looking forward to having him down and brings insight into some of the cars and drivers that we've got down there tonight.
Absolutely. I know Mark's got his eye on a couple of those blue meanies that are down there.
Yes.
In the staging lane. So great to see plenty of Aussie muscle, both red and blue camp, well represented down there. Plenty of late model gear getting around. I can see there's a R35 GTR that was the first car in the lineup today in the staging lanes. It's good to see. Plenty of enthusiasm. And a big warm welcome to our streamers. We've got YouTube live stream happening. So Facebook is active as well. So a big thank you for joining in on those platforms.
We'll tell you what, we've got some good number plates down here at the moment, don't we?
Yeah.
Run for Mark.
Run amok.
What's on the Falcon?
Sus XD.
Yes.
That's Jack Matasevic down there in his XD Falcon.
Very cool.
I saw him, he was tinkering with the shift light. I know that bloke. And then I saw the car, and because I was talking to Jack at the presentations for last year's track champs, and his dad said, we've just finished this for Jack, because he's normally seen in a BA Falcon.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, 088 light for Jack in the rocket lane on this pass. And looks to be laying down a pretty good number, 11:38, 118 miles an hour.
It looks like it's got about a foot of travel in the front end of that thing as well. It almost did a wheel stand. So great to see Jack out here testing the new car and putting all those Street Fighter skills to use.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, his Falcon actually hooks up off the line at 168.
Yeah.
So it was just left and nose high in the air, and
what were the old chockies they used to run, the 90-10s or whatever they were, to squat in the back.
10% rebound, 90% compression, Send it.
I tell you what, another quick pass in the rocket lane, this time around 10-1-1, 146 miles an hour, thank you very much.
Yeah, that sounded like a lot of RPM on board crossing the line there as well, so I didn't even see what that car was.
No, I didn't either. Slow in comparison to the ET, 1.9 to the 60, so there's definitely a bunch left in that. Towards a little bit later on in the night. We'll have to keep our eye on the return road and see what follows Jack and the other and his competitor. Yeah,
there's definitely a little bit of everything out here today. I just saw a little mini, I don't know if it was a mini Clubman or a Cooper S or something on the way back down. A really nice little N15 Triple S Pulsar hatch on the way through. And of course, a decent smattering of the classic Commodores and Falcons. Looked like a big rev limiter hit in the Aeroflow lane down there for, I think it was a VY Commodore, 1308 at 112, leaving a bit of mile per hour on the table there, 1348 in the rocket lane for the long wheelbase WM. Next pairing up, all right, we've got late model versus early model. Here we are, the R35 GTR in the rocket lane. And then what looks to be an XD Falcon in the Aeroflow lane. Sounds pretty grumpy. We've got some custom plates on the R35 LFG. I believe that's Live Fast Garage. So these guys are out here doing a bit of a promo for the giveaway car, which is great to see them taking advantage of the Aeroflow Race for real on a Wednesday night. And we've got a couple of... Everyone's really excited to everyone knows that Mark is through and through a Holden guy. We've got a couple of blue meanies down here, and the boys are just imagining that maybe if you got down there was a Barra in it.
Yeah. See, I'm pretty gullible. I thought that. I mean, what hasn't a Barra gone into, though, is the question. It's like an LS. What car that's been manufactured has not had an LS in it, right?
It's certainly in the history book, for sure.
So a Barra in your VK wouldn't be that far out of... No. It'd be unlikely, but it's not impossible.
There's a few out there.
Yeah,
there's a few out there, yeah.
And if there's not, there's one, at least one being built somewhere.
All right, I can't listen to this anymore. I've got to go.
Thanks, Mark. Stay warm.
Now you know how the Ford guys feel, mate.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We've got the two blue meanies, the VK Group A reps down there. Not a bad hit from the Aeroflow lane, 1.8 60 foot. looks like you had a bit of wheel spin off the line as well, but it's making good progress down the track. It's a little close to the centre line, but crosses through for a 10.94 at 131 mile per hour.
Nice pass. Just over 100 mile an hour at half track, Pat. So when we see that at a streetcar, we know it's a pretty serious bit of
pretty
kit.
Stout, that's right. And just for the conversion for everyone metric out there, that's 160 kilometres an hour at 200 metres.
Yep.
So a pretty handy thing to get onto the highway with, I dare say.
No issue merging with that one.
No. I think you'll be up to speed.
Yep.
We've got Hustler, the X-Series Falcon. They're almost all X-Series for quite a while, so I'm just going to say XD because it looks similar. In the Aeroflow lane, and we're seeing 11.06 at 123. And a little BMW in the Rocket lane at 12.1 at 116 mile per hour. Great little surprise package down there. Okay, I think we've got an R32 in the Rocket lane by the looks of things. Pretty hard to miss those stovetop tail lights.
We say that affectionately, of course. I've not ever heard them referred to that though.
Stovetop tail lights? Yeah, well, that's the classic, like, you know.
Now that you say it, I'm not going to be able to look at the skyline and think differently. But
it's the classic stovetop. So yeah, this evening I did mention earlier it is comp night here at Sydney Dragway. So we've got some elimination racing coming on a little bit later tonight from 8 p.m. So that does mean that there won't be any burnouts this evening here at Race for Real. We've got plenty of burnout action coming up very shortly, but tonight it's all about racing. So we're going to stick with that for now. And it looks like one of the cars that have gone down the strip may have dropped something. So we'll just.
Adam said they're just going to run the burner at the 60-foot mark.
Yeah, okay.
So a little bit of something.
Dropped a little bit of something, yep.
So hopefully, if they're getting that out, it's not catastrophic. So that's a good sign. So hopefully we'll be back with some racing in the very, very near future. Again, welcome to everybody online and to all of our hardy spectators out there that have come along in the cool evening here at Sydney Dragway. Yes. And looking forward to, of course, hoping that we don't get the dew because the cool air obviously means more horsepower.
Yes, that's right. It's quite clear.
Yes.
In the air, so that's pretty good. Plenty of horsepower, as you said.
But in saying that too, tonight seems more mild than what it's been as of like last week.
Yes.
Especially with a little bit of precipitation we had early hours of this morning.
That's right.
The day's been quite nice. So
might have got it out of the system. So
correct.
And just speaking of the people watching online, we've got Woodsy on the YouTube comment section. He's speaking a bit of sacrilege out there, actually. When is someone going to upset the drag scene and fit out an SS or an XR8 or something along those lines with an electric Tesla-style package? Woodsy, I'm not sure we're going to let you stay on the live chat. We might ban you, mate. That's I can't believe you've suggested such a thing.
I think it'll happen when fuel eventually becomes ridiculously expensive.
Surely they're going to come up with something better.
Well, I hope so. But I mean, how do I put this? We know some of the Teslas are very fast.
Yes,
and they are consistent, and I'm surprised, just putting this out there, I'm surprised that we haven't seen them in Street Fighter and as when you think they're not really affected by weather conditions.
Yep. Marginally.
A lot less affected than a combustion engine.
Yep.
And you can get them to run a reasonable number. I know that they're just not as exciting because they don't make the noise.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you just wanted sort of quiet, fast action,
yes,
you'd probably just sit up on a hill and watch trains go past, right?
Perhaps. I think our bigger version of Stuart White's got somebody down in the staging lanes or down in the startup box. Mark, who have you got?
Yeah. Thanks, Steve. I'm just down here with Amanda, standing next to the studio. You want to just tell me a little bit about your business, is it? Yeah.
So we sponsor the track. We're Countryside Property Group. We're out from northwest past Tamworth. So it's a big drive to come here each time, but it's pretty good. And we also have Live Fast Garage, which is performance parts online. So, yeah.
Oh, that sounds really good. So this is your car, but you went in as passenger. Tell me about that.
If anyone has ever thought they want to go in as passenger but have been too nervous, just get in and do it. It is awesome. It's my first time being passenger because I was always too chicken, but I will be going every time now.
What about a drive for yourself?
That's next on the cards. I think the next time we'll bring both the cars down. The partner's got an R32 GTR, so we might bring both and run them at the same time and hopefully go up against each other, which would be good, and then that's my excuse to drive.
That sounds good. Look, I hope you have an absolute cracking night. I know you will, and we might even have a talk a bit later on.
Good. Thanks so much. See ya.
Wow, how awesome is that? All the way from Tamworth, and great to have one of our track sponsors out here at Sydney Dragway practicing what they support.
Yeah,
I guess is
right.
a way to say it. So, and as she said, there's plans there for her partner to bring along his Skyline and do a bit of a match-up.
It's
so
absolutely unreal. I mean, practice what you preach, right? You're going to get behind the Dragway. You might as well come down here and have some fun at the same time.
Yep.
So.
And a good commitment to come down from Tamworth, as she said, is a fairly decent drive.
That is a hike.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's people that sort of look at the half-an-hour drive up the road in Sydney and go, oh, I don't know about tonight.
Yeah. Well, I had to go from my place in Windsor to Bella Vista on Tuesday morning.
Yes, quite the hike.
I'm very glad at the time that I did it. I'm glad that I don't have to make that trek every day. I'd be even more grumpier when I get to work.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. So hopefully Mark can find a few other people like that. Of course, first timers, if you've got a car and you've got, obviously everybody's got long clothes and covered shoes, etc. But if you need a helmet, the track is now actually able to hire out helmets of different sizes. Obviously numbers are limited. There's a refundable deposit for those, but if you don't have a helmet and you don't necessarily want to buy your own, you can actually arrange to hire one for the night.
Definitely very handy if you come out as a spectator. And maybe one of your friends is racing their car.
Kind of unprepared to have a lash down the quarter mile.
Yep, absolutely. But you can hear the sound of our people. That means that we are back underway on the drag strip here at Aeroflow Performance Race for Real Comp Night. So we've got a tough HQ in the Aeroflow lane down there, and we've got a really nice looking R32 Skyline in the rocket lane. So old school muscle versus newer school tech, I guess you would say. Unfortunately, as much as I love R32 GTOs, you can't exactly call them new school.
No, they're what are they pushing now? Nearly 40. They're on the wrong side of 30.
88, I believe they came out. Yeah, which is just hard to believe. So
we're talking. One of the guys at work's got a VT Commodore. He's only a few years away from the historic plates if he wants it.
Yep. That's what I was thinking a little while ago. My first car when I was in high school at 17 was a VL Commodore.
Yes.
And it was 18 years old at that time. I now have a VX Commodore, and that is 24 years old. So, and I'm 40, unfortunately.
Putting things into perspective. Pat's just reflecting on
life choices, how fast life goes.
Sand through the hourglass, as they say.
Indeed. Anyway, let's move on. That was a pretty decent short track hit for the HQ in the Aeroflow lane, but off it early.
Did look a little bit fumy at the top end there.
Yeah, so might have the tune up a bit. Maybe a bit rich, or maybe just breathing a little heavy.
Yeah. So we've got what have we got here?
WRX. Yep, GC8. And VE Commodore, I believe. Oh, big hop.
Still went 1.7 to the 60 with the hop for the Commodore in the rocket lane there, Pat.
And tagging 1040 at 132. I dare say there's going to be a bit of some sort of forced induction under the bonnet on that VE. And a lot of limiter action from the WRX on the gear changes. So interesting pairing. But next up, we've got this tough little, Mark's going to correct me, I think it's an LC Tirana up against the LEF Falcon. Tirana gets away cleanly. Looks like it's a manual as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I saw the puff of smoke there, so maybe the good old 4-speed in the tunnel.
Quite possibly. 12.99 is pretty handy.
Yep.
And a 14.93 at 91 for the Falcon in the Rocket Lane.
And we're now moving into our first round of bikes for this evening. Have you run your bike down the track at all?
I run a previous bike. I had the Ducati Diavol. I ran that quite a few years ago, which was pretty fun. It had a quick shifter on it as well, so you just bang the gears through. That was pretty cool. But yeah, much to Albie Davidson's disappointment, I haven't run my ZX14 down the track here. So he told me that there was no excuse because I told him I'd just ride it on the road.
Yes.
He said, that's not an excuse.
Yes.
Stop being a sook.
Well, technically the track is road. It's the same sort of structure, yeah?
That's true. I'm going to stop burying myself in excuses here.
Right in the Aeroflow lane, looking very closely at our centre line blocks and the centre line down there. 962, 153 miles an hour. Wow.
That was a quick bike. We'll have to check out what that is when it comes back around.
Well, I was wondering if that's, I didn't see the number, whether that's Sean Ricketts, but pretty sure his bike runs a lot quicker than that.
I think this is Sean.
Sean down there,
lane, just going through the burnout pad, right?
Yeah, but 153 odd mile an hour is quick on any bike, then learn a...
That's quick in anything.
Yeah.
153, that's not bad at all. A little cherry on the tree for the rider in the Rocket Lane, and some wheelies on the way through, trying to manage that power. So definitely a lot going on there. Rocket Lane crosses a 10.36 at 1:37 to an 11.81 at 1:27.
Yeah, nice light there. 058, probably one of the best we've seen so far tonight.
Yep. Very, very nice. There's going to be a few people hanging around for the comp night eliminations. I think there's a few pretty keen races down here at Sydney Dragway. So great to see. We've got Kawasaki ZX14 in the Aeroflow lane, and believe Michael Riches in the Rocket lane.
I think that's Sean.
Oh, sorry, Sean Riches.
Yep.
Ricketts, sorry. Excuse me. It's another pair of reaction times for
Yeah, 052 to an 055. 3,000 in it off the start line. We heard Sean leave the start line at like 3/4 throttle, it sounded like, and then just feed the power into it. 922 with a 7, 144 miles an hour. The bike in the other lane also 144 mile an hour. I didn't catch the margin, it disappeared too quick, but I think the closest we've seen so far tonight's about a 10th between.
Yep.
But as always, just like with the cars, we get new bike riders often. It's not always about getting out there and rotating the earth, as they say. It's actually just out there trying to get used to, because obviously you ride the bike a little bit more aggressively here than what you would on the road. 14.0 there at 114 miles an hour. Learning that clutch where you can actually fully engage the clutch rather than lifting the wheel and trying to exit off the back of the bike. Certainly not what you want to do. No. Nor we've seen it plenty of times, unfortunately. Yes. Nor spin the wheel and lose traction that way.
That's right.
The power management / clutch management on a motorcycle is a pretty good art if you can master it.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the street bikes, as we see Danny Stoudemire get away nice and cleanly in the mighty AU Falcon, but red light on the tree, you'll be unhappy with that. It was great to see that last bike that went down the track, a relatively new rider, red P plate on the back.
Yep.
Great to see them coming out here and enjoying their bike in a safe and controlled environment. So it's pretty rare that you can do 114 miles per hour on the road, which is what, 180?
Yes.
Plus. So we see a few posts on Facebook from the Highway Patrol Command for people that try and do that on their bikes on the Hume Highway. It doesn't work out too well for them.
No, it doesn't. And of course, not only are you putting yourself in danger if you do that, you're putting other people in danger as well.
Yep.
Looks like we've got one of the cars down there on the start line broken something. We've got our start line officials looking underneath it.
Yep, I think we will have to sit tight here for a couple of minutes as we retrieve that vehicle and make sure the start line's good to go. So we're here at Sydney Dragway. It's Aeroflow Race for Real Comp Night. We'll be right back with more racing action after these ads.
Shannons is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle sport chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannons.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, 1 unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease.
All right, as you can see, we are back with the action underway here at Aeroflow Performance Race for Real Comp Night here at Sydney Dragway. A big thanks once again for everyone that's joined us here at the track and online. Plenty of streaming action happening there between Facebook and YouTube. Plenty of people that have joined us on the YouTube channel. I can see there. Woodsy's made no more mention of Tesla swapping cars, which is good. I warned him. Yeah. That's an end to that, mate.
That was a yellow card from...
Isn't it article? Thanks, Woodsy, for taking part. You're here more often than not, mate, so I appreciate it. Looks like Jack Nasovic back down there in the Sussex D, 11:34 at 1:19. Yeah, pretty healthy.
Pretty consistent and good on the light this time as well. 0:44 in the last run, 0:88 I think, so definitely got that sorted out. Nice. And here's this little fastback Mustang that I spotted.
Yeah, beautiful looking car, isn't it, Bush?
Yeah, it does look really good.
A bit of a GT350 sort of style happening there. So where's the Shane Beekman on that? That's, you know you've got regulars when when you get the comments about Stewie's wig. All right.
Maybe Shane's got a thing from Red Heads. Oh no, we put the mocker on the Mustang.
On the Mustang, yeah. I don't know if it was.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no. It's got away. It looked like a brake almost didn't want to release or something. He was trying to stall it up on the brake there, and it sort of let go, and off she went. Sounds pretty nice. Ran pretty cleanly. So
yeah, 115 mile an hour. So I'd guess at least a 12 there.
Yeah. I think so.
Plenty of attitude in the burnout from both cars.
Getting a little squirrely from the VK down there in the rocket lane.
Yeah, he's having to check out of both walls as we get smoked out up here in the commentary box. But
maybe
there is
new tyres, mate. You're breaking in, you know.
Yeah. Did you sell them during the week? Or?
No, I mean, I can neither deny or confirm this allegation. Let's go. Red light for the Falcon in the Aeroflow lane, but cleanly away for the VK. Putting on some decent pace down there, so let's see what the ET is. And it is an 11:35 with an 8 at 125.9 miles per hour.
Yeah, again, just a touch under 100 mile an hour at the half track mark, as we hear a pretty healthy sounding FG down there in the rocket lane going throughout the burnout procedure.
Some Holden on forward action. Here we go. Oh, just gone a little bit too far through on the staging beams. There we go. 2 white lights, ready to rock and roll.
And the Aeroflow lane away first. The rocket lane building some boosts. And off in hot pursuit, I think the Falcon's going to get around about 1,000 foot here. Pat, let's see.
Yeah, it's going to be close all the way to the line. Oh, it does get there at 989 with a 7 at 141.
Wow. got there by a 10th. That was pretty tight across the finish line.
That was pretty tight. Geez, you'd be unhappy if you lost that race, didn't you? Luckily enough, it doesn't matter.
No, there's no consequence. But we do have, of course,
Not
the
yet,
comp
anyway.
a little bit later
Not
on. Mark, you're down on the ground. What have you got for us?
Mate, I've only got one thing. I'm standing down here, the burnout box. That Falcon went left the line, mate. Left with so much revs. Unbelievable.
Nice. Did you just give a compliment to a Falcon?
I think he did.
It must be extra cold down there.
Have a chat to Jack Matasevic if you get a chance in that Sus XD. Find out a little bit about the car, if you can, Mark. Be interested to know a little bit more about it, whether it's a Stroker or a Cleveland in it. And we'll go from there, because he's run 2 pretty good 11-second passes.
Absolutely. There's plenty of the blue oval showing tonight.
Yeah.
Here at Sydney Dragway, which is good to see.
We've got another pair of them running up to the start line as we speak.
Absolutely. There we go. So FG in, I think that's one of the Varillas from Street Fighter fame, I believe, in the silver FG.
Yes.
And XF maybe in the Aeroflow lane. XF showing the way home. Ooh, whoa, that's not a big one.
Whoa,
okay,
no.
Yep, hit the brakes.
Damn,
Ooh.
just tagging the wall.
Little tag and another nudge. That's a bit of a shame. I think I did see something coming out of the back of that car about the 660 mark. So that's a real shame.
Such a shame, and a really pretty car as well. And unfortunately, that is going to need a little bit of repair.
It is, but happily, we've got one person out of the car, which is good. I think that it was the only driver in that car, I believe.
Yeah.
It's climbed out the passenger side. So good to see. We've got the track crew right on the spot, so we'll make sure that everything's safe and cleaned up. But yeah, unfortunately, that's going to put a slight pause in proceedings. So we're going to have to make sure that the track is all clean for everyone else to get on down the strip. So just a reminder, guys, if you're bringing your car out for Wednesday night, you know, just do a few quick checks before you leave home, or even when you get here in the pits area. You can have a look over your car if you've got an external catch can on it. Make sure that's empty. It's pretty easy for those to get filled up, and you know, it can spew a little bit of fluid onto the track. If you've got any radiator hoses that look a bit sideways or anything like that, you want to make sure that you're you're on it.
Obviously, when you're wide open throttle, everything's going to its full potential, and we need to make sure that there's obviously, for your safety more than anything, that everything is in as good a condition as possible.
Might be able to pick up what we noticed. It's a bit of a replay here, and yeah, you can see a little bit. Look, it seems to appear pretty quickly under the car around half track, or just a little bit before half track. Unfortunately, it might have had a radiator hose go or something like that, dumping coolant under the tyres. So not ideal, and we obviously feel for the owner and driver of that vehicle. So we'll put a pause on proceedings. Mark, you down in the pits, in the staging lanes?
Mate, I am actually. I'm down here with Antonio with the HQ Judy S. Monaro. Mate, this thing is just an absolute work of art. I might just get him to tell us a little bit about this car. It's got a really great story, and mate, I think everyone would like to hear.
How you going, buddy? Yeah, name's Antonio. Bought this car as a bare shell from Perth. Nothing on it, just a shell, and done a full ground-up resto, which my brother-in-law helped me throughout the entire build. It's running a T56 Magnum gearbox, 6-speed, 9-inch diff, 35 splines. It's got the last ever Australian-made from Holden LSA crate motor, so it's got factory 3 years warranty with it as well. All built without the engineering as well throughout the whole process, so all road legal, and yeah, good cruiser for the streets. And third time down the track, trying to see what this thing does and just getting the handle of it so far. But yeah, best time so far is an 11.5 with a 1.960 foot. So hopefully try and see this thing in the low 11s today and potentially, maybe high 10s, see where we go.
Mate, is there anything in the future you're looking to do with the car?
In terms of the car itself, to be honest, there's probably not much I could do with it. The only thing that's really left is the motor. So yeah, once I see what I can get the best out of this setup at the moment, the next thing will be a bit of motor work, get some more power out of it.
So do you get it out on the street very much?
Yeah, at least 2-3 times a month. Or during the week, the fellas go for a cruise on a Wednesday or Thursday night, whenever. So yeah, it sees the streets quite a bit. It's not, it's not hidden.
Mate, and that's the idea of it. It's not, you don't build it just to sit in the garage and look at it, you build it to drive.
That's correct, yeah. So most people that see me tell me I'm a bit nuts for driving this thing so much, but it's pride and joy. I built it to be able to be driven, so that's what we're doing.
Mate, look, the car is an absolute credit to you. You've done a sensational job, put all the right bits into it, and mate, many, many years of enjoyment there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I tell you, it would have been a bit of a mission trying to find all the parts if you started with a body shell.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's quite the shopping list.
And I can tell you some of those bits would be fairly expensive too.
Oh yeah.
Just quietly when you go to the old swap meet and you see a beat up Holden mudguard for X dollars and you're like, whoa. Like,
where else are you going to get it?
That's right. That's probably it there in the staging lanes on cam now, I'd say.
Yeah, very, very cool car and great story. So, bit of blood, sweat, and tears involved in that build, and cool to see a manual as well.
Yes.
The Magnum TR6060. So very, very cool. Yeah, another quick look at that. That unfortunate
definitely
spill.
Something coming out of the left-hand side of it from what we could see.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that the driver is all well and good down there, but I dare say there would have been a couple of choice words. And
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's still quite a few choice words to be had down there on that one. So that's a bit of a shame, but yeah. And look, I know as much as everyone wants to hear Bushy and I keep talking, but I think there's a few people that might like a bit of a break, so we might duck off to a few ads.
Yep, take the opportunity to grab a coffee, some donuts, or something to eat from one of our food vendors. And
gas-fired pizzas is up there tonight as well. Adam and I just had one. It was good.
Did you just?
Yeah,
was
it
good?
Lasted about 30 seconds between the two of us. Yeah.
I've just been told. But you know I run late to everything, Adam.
Everything. It is a Bushy thing.
Well, it's not by choice. It's just what happens. So I was here early for one event at least once.
Once, yes, but I believe it.
All right, we'll sign off for the minute, and Pat and I and Mark will be back with you very, very shortly here at City Dragway for the Aeroflow Performance Race for Real Comp Night.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components.
cones and bits and pieces. And
that's right.
You know, test the car to its handling and also the horsepower as well.
Yep.
You know, in different aspects. But been told that they're yeah, very well attended, as you said, and a good variety of cars as well. So
yeah, absolutely, it's a great thing. So we're happy to have them here at Sydney Dragway on a regular basis. But yeah, we're all about drag racing tonight with Race for Real comp night. So we're hoping we can get that. Unfortunately, that car that had an accident was just in a really awkward sort of position right up against the wall, and the running gear was locked up a little bit. So
I think Mark's down with the driver of the one of the R35s here tonight.
Mate, sure am. Down here with Dominic at the moment. Mate, I'm just standing next to this car. It has got the most mirror finish on this paintwork. You must polish this every day, do you?
Oh, mate, don't get enough time to polish this thing. Never drive it, so finally getting a shot tonight, yeah.
So have you put a pass in as of yet?
No, first time, yeah.
Have you been down the track in the car before?
No, just got this from Japan, mate. It's fresh import, dead stock, 25,000 Ks. It's, yeah, just green as, ready to go.
It's barely run in at 25,000 Ks.
That's unbelievable. Can you tell me a bit about the importing side of it?
There's an importer that I use in Queensland, and he brings them over. It's pretty straightforward, and you get a lot of good cars from Japan, a lot of low kilometre Skylines and GTRs and everything like that, you know, so it's the way to go for me. It's pretty hard to find a dead stock R35 these days, especially an Aussie one, so Japan is the way to go, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like locals, they've virtually been molested, haven't they? You'd have to search really hard to find something in the condition of this car.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I didn't want a modified GTR, you know, nice clean slate, clean canvas. It hasn't been fiddled with. Yeah, it's perfect, so, yeah.
What's it like on the street, just cruising around in it?
It's difficult because, you know, don't have enough points on my licence, and yeah, it's a liability really.
That's cool. No, mate, look, it's an absolute sensation. You picked the right car. This is really good, mate. Have a great night.
It's funny you mentioned the finish on that car. I noticed how glossy it was as I walked past it as well.
It's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, anything that's got that that sort of quality paint job, it's going to grab Mark's eye. It doesn't matter what badge is on the front of it. So,
it's the shiny things.
Yes, the shiny things get the attention. Yeah. On our YouTube live chat, I can see the erratic performance. The commentators should sing us all a song. Well, normally when there's offensive things on YouTube streams, they usually get demonetised or cancelled straight away. So we might try and avoid that.
We're not going to risk that. And I think the following comment was well justified. Careful what you wish for.
Careful what you wish for, yeah.
We know that Stuart can sing. Yeah. If he wants to, he can sing. But Pat, Mark, all right?
It might be wishing for the mute button, I think, if that happens. So, look, unfortunately, we do have a bit of an extended clean-up with that vehicle down there. There's quite a bit of glass and whatnot across the track. So I think at this point we will throw across to some ads, and we'll let Sydney Dragway's track crew, the best in the business, do what they do best, and get everything tidied up for some more racing later tonight here at Race for Real.
Shannons is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle sport chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannons.
Heavy Duty Magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, 1 unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
Shannons is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle sport chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannons.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, 1 unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a streetcar through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
Shannons is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle sport chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannons.
Out here, you get time to think about life's big questions, like where do all the flies come from? Do trains of thought have a destination? And another thing, how does an engine keep going out here? Well, that was an easy one.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Sean Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing. Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to prove a lot of people wrong. It's you in the car and it's your ambition and your drive to win. As soon as that helmet goes on, that's it. I'm Brooke Newson. I'm a sprint car and outlaw car driver.
Building a street car through to a race car? Be sure to think of Aeroflow Performance. The ever-increasing range that started with just hose, fittings and fuel system components has grown to include boosted turbochargers, bang shift shifters, X-Pro ignition and electrical accessories, Bosch motorsport products, fabrication parts, as well as driveline and engine components. With an exceptional distribution network and inventory, Aeroflow products are always within reach. With more to come in the future, be sure to keep an eye out at aeroflowperformance.com.
Hi, my name's Jenna. I'm the team coordinator for Volante Roso. We're here at Phillip Island where we've got our Radicals and our GT3. They're currently out on track and they're the champions of the weekend. However, we wouldn't be here without our partners Pack Lease, who are the real heroes who help us get here. They help us get to any event that we need to go to, including race weekends, media days and track days. We've been partnered with the team at Pack Lease for the past 3 years and we couldn't think of anyone better who we want to do this with. They get us from A to B and to every racetrack and every event that we need to go to. They are so extremely helpful with everything that we need and we love being partnered with them.
Shannons is giving motoring enthusiasts the chance to win a trip to one of the world's greatest motoring events, the 2026 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Plus, win a new Indian motorcycle sport chief. To enter, take out new eligible car, bike or home insurance. Go online or call Shannons.
Heavy Duty magazine is the proud sponsor of Sydney Dragway Street Bike. Editor Mick Withers is a long-time racer and supporter of this entry-level bracket. Heavy Duty is Australia's #1 Harley-Davidson magazine, with road tests of new Harleys, features on wild customs and tech articles from riders with grease under their fingernails. Heavy Duty is also proud to sponsor modified bike champion Shaun Ricketts, upcoming junior drag bike racer Anastasia Lucky, and modified bike racer Peter Bartlett. Grab your copy of Heavy Duty magazine from heavyduty.com.au.
Simpson Race Products Australia offers the widest range of safety gear, including helmets, Simpson hybrids, boots, driving suits, gloves, harnesses, underwear, accessories, and much more. Whether you're on the drag strip, circuit, or off-road, Simpson Race Products Australia has all the gear to keep you protected. Built to protect every race, every track, every lap. Simpson Racing Products Australia. For more information or to get some of the best safety equipment in Australia, send an email to sales@simpsonraceproducts.com.au or contact them directly on 0407 108 103 or 02 9545 6662.
Drag racing, it isn't just a sport, it's our legacy. Performance, it isn't just a word, it's our promise. 3 generations, one unwavering passion. Speedflow, where innovation meets performance. Proudly Australian, unmistakably world class. Speedflow.
I have this incredible drive to succeed. I've just got this ambition, I want to get on the podium. I think there's a lot of people that have an older mentality and don't think women belong in motorsport, and that's one thing I'd like to
You're competing with someone else. Over here you're competing with your own self. So it's a different, basically, type of race, yeah.
Okay. Because roll racing, you're looking at top end, aren't you? So
top end, and you're going against Lambos and GTRs and all those 2,000 plus horsepower cars. I mean, we're just babies, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
look, the in the car itself, is it hooking up okay? Like, what do you got, sort of radials on the back of it?
Yeah, pro radials, 15-inch. I had a wheel spin, so first run, so we'll see how we go now. Hopefully it hooks, yeah.
So how long have you been running the radials on it?
Every time I race. Yeah, so since 2 years ago, roughly.
So with putting the radials, did you see a big improvement in the car leaving the line? And
at the drags, yes, because I used to run Mickey Thompson's Street R's. Since I started using the pro radials, it made a big difference at the drags. Roll racing, Mickey Thompson's R Street are good enough, yeah, but not for the drags.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any future plans for the car?
Actually, I'm having a new engine being built as we speak, so it's a rabbit hole. I didn't come out yet. So yeah, we see how we go. Yeah, it needs another 2 months maybe, she'll be ready. So yeah.
Mate, I can't wait to see when it comes out. It's going to be a, like, if you're nine nines out of this, it's going to be very quick.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. I mean, it's being built by Platinum Performance, Tim and the team, so they did an awesome job with this, tuning it and taking care of it. So we'll see how we go with the new build as well.
Mate, great, and I can't wait to see it come back out. Thank you.
Well, Pat, I guess as we're just waiting to finalise this little bit of track prep, there is always something going on here at Sydney Dragway, whether it's an Aeroflow Race for Real Wednesday night or an Aeroflow Sunday Sessions street meet, or a hire of some other form of drag racing event, whether it's a private hire or an event that a lot of people are keen to see. Of course, the Bangers and Mash, which is a nostalgia-themed event here at Sydney Dragway on the 20th of September. Adam's kindly put the flyer up on the screen for us, and the day is actually looking to be shaping up to a fantastic event here at Sydney Dragway. We can see there under the image the features of fuel-altereds, nitro-fueled cars, front-engine dragsters as well. They're always spectacular, but the fuel-altereds and nitro-fueled cars are definitely going to be a headline act, because there's nothing more exciting than a nitro-altered making its way down the racetrack.
You've got to love a 3,000 horsepower shopping trolley, right?
Yes.
That's apparently what they feel like driving. So I remember speaking to Morris from the Aeroflow Nitro Funny Car team last time he drove Graham Wendy-Cowan's Psycho.
Yes.
In comparison to one of the funny cars, he said, yeah, it's just sort of like a nitro-powered shopping trolley versus a spaceship.
Yes. Yeah, two very different vehicles, but both go extremely fast, of course. And,
absolutely wild.
Of course, the weekend or the day's event will also feature a Nostalgia Pro Stock bracket, vintage gases similar to what's on the image there.
Yep.
Definitely looking forward to those. They came out at a recent event here at Sydney Dragway as a
Day of the Drags.
Day of the Drags, their own little feature event, and we saw some fantastic racing during that day. I think you and I called that the Day of the Drags.
I was here. We got around it. There's plenty of sponsors here as well. Plenty of people that got involved with Day of the Drags, which was great. And Bangs and Mash is shaping up to be another great event for that vintage racing. Which is great to see. You know, as you mentioned, the gases are always super cool to see. You know, just sitting there, they look awesome. They've always got great paint jobs and a really cool style about them. And then to see them race, they're quite exciting. So it'll be great to see. And plenty of vintage drag cars and a lot of excitement and plenty of nitro in the air.
Yes, hopefully will be an absolutely fantastic event. Also, there'll be static displays in terms of show and shines and whatnot. But of course, if cars and coffee are your thing,
a breakfast show and shine might be right up your alley.
Yes,
brought to you by the OMCC. So on the 10th of August, that's a 7 a.m. start here at Sydney Dragway. And it's brought to you by Enthusiast Insurance. So, yep, the Old Muscle Car Club have got this off the ground. Great little show that we're going to have here on the 10th of August. So if you want to head on down, bring out your tough streeter, check out a few other vehicles, like-minded individuals, and have a bit of brekkie and a coffee, then that's a great option for you here at Sydney Dragway. And then that will lead us into the Top Fuel Nitro Funny Car Grand Final here on Saturday the 23rd of August at Sydney Dragway. That's going to be one hell of a one-day showdown. If you want to see some nitro, if you want to see some funny cars and some dragsters just absolutely tearing up Sydney Dragway, that's going to be one to stop in at.
Exactly, Pat, and of course supported by all of our sportsman categories as well.
Yep, invitation.
Yes, so definitely going to be an action-packed day here at Sydney Dragway.
Yep.
And one surely not to miss. I believe tickets are already available. You can see there the link through the ndrc.tv will get you through to pre-purchase your tickets.
Yep.
Of course, the 23rd of August here at Sydney Dragway. Everything nitro and everything fast. Of course, two series of championships being decided at that one event.
Absolutely, it's going to be great. We're really looking forward to that from the NDRC here at Sydney Dragway. And I think Mark's down there in the lanes with one of our competitors.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I'm just down here with Joe. We're standing in front of his Falcon. So, Joe, tell me a little bit about your car.
It's a Falcon.
It's got to be more to it than that.
Oh, I spent 15 years working on it. Yeah.
So where to start, and is there a finish line, or you got it just forever improving?
Oh, it's where it is.
So what have you done to it?
I've done a motor, done diff, done gearbox, done everything.
So what's it running at the moment? What times?
Well, tonight it only ran a 14.9, but it has run a 14.6. It has got nitrous on it, but I'm not using it.
Have you run it with the nitrous?
A few years back, yeah.
What'd you get out of it?
12.8.
Wow, that's a good old improvement, isn't it? So, what have you done to the motor itself?
Oh, it's all forged motor. It's all done, everything. Can't do any more to it. Set up the nitrous.
So is it do you drive it all the time, or only just a cruiser?
I drive it once a week, maybe to the shops or whatever like that.
So what rear end's in it?
It's Borg Warner. True track.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the gearing you're running?
410s.
No, that's some good gearing. Tyres? What's on the back?
Michelin's.
So they hook up all right for you?
So far, yeah, they've been good. Been worth every bit.
Perfect.
Don't have to take them off every time to come to the track or go to the shops.
And that's what you want, especially if you're putting a bit of horsepower through it. So, you can't beat Michelin's good tyres.
Yeah, they're the best.
All right, mate. Well, you have a great night. Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Mark. I'd like to know what shot of nitrous he was running through to drop 1.2 seconds or thereabouts.
6 to a 12.8 or something, I think it was. That's a good improvement.
Yeah.
So sounds like he's run 14.9 tonight, and it's run 12s before. Maybe he should turn the nitrous on tonight.
Yes, perfect opportunity. It was cool there. The track will be definitely there once we've finished with the rocket lane down there, with the tractor doing its final prep, so we can't be too far away from getting back into some racing. So thank you very much to everybody's patience. Unfortunately, it's something that we don't want to see people damage their cars or break things mechanically, because that's just a shame that happens. You know, the racers all spend a lot of time and effort and money to get their cars onto the racetrack, and the last thing we want to see is the racers tearing it up. So.
No, that's right, and unfortunately, because that vehicle was a classic vehicle, the headlights were glass, and when it's touched the wall, it's just dropped a bunch of little glass granules all over the track, and because there's that thin layer of rubber down on the track, even towards the back end of the racing surface, it just sticks into all of that rubber. So the last thing we want is people going down the track and then picking up chunks of glass in their tyres and having another sort of clean-up situation. So we're almost done with the clean-up, which is, I know there's plenty of people down there in the lanes that are really keen to get back in the car and make some passes. So we can see there's definitely a few regulars from the track championships. I can see some dialed-in racing members down there. I think I can see Sammy Joe in the new machine in lane 6. So it's good to see getting some test passes down there. Thunderstruck. And then we've got, I think I can see Eden Abella down there in his Commodore Ute. He's always here at the track, which is good. We've mentioned a couple of others earlier on. Danny Stadelmeyer down there in the Mighty AU. I think we had, was it Christopher Varillas?
Yeah, one of the Varillas boys.
One of the Varillas boys, I'm sorry.
And also Jack Matasevic as well.
Yep.
As all very tough races within the sportsman categories here at Sydney Dragway.
And we've had a bit of a layoff from the regular track championships for the last couple of months, being winter and winter nationals up in Queensland, so everyone gets a little bit of a rest. But it's good to have people back here at the track. And Mark, you've got someone else to talk to down the lanes.
Yeah, mate, I'm just down here with Tyson in front of his white ute. Mate, great looking car. He's out tonight just to have some fun and to use the car. Mate, tell me a little bit about it.
Oh, just a 2002 AE Falcon, for nothing special in it, just 302, 5 litre Windsor. Just hope I can get a PB in it tonight. Have some fun.
So what have you run and what are you looking for?
I've done a 15:39 in it, so it's pretty slow, but I'm hoping, I don't know, 15:20s maybe. See if I can get there.
Mate, it's not really slow when you put it into the bigger perspective. And I've said this before, like GT Falcons, the XYHOs, are around the mid-14s. So you put it to that, it's not a slow car.
I've been in a 10-second car, and that's completely different again. It's fun. So, yeah.
Plans?
Thinking about turbo on it.
I was just going to say turbo.
My mind doesn't stop with the thing, so who knows? That's a bit, yeah.
Yep, I vote for a turbo, Mark. I think Tyson's onto something there.
Yep.
I reckon 2 of them.
Yeah, two, yeah.
Two of them's good, but I think just a single for now. See how it goes.
Yeah, well, mate, you can get down to Rocket Industries and see the Aeroflow guys and get hooked up with a boosted turbocharger, one of their track sponsors. It's always a good way
Thanks, mate.
to get around it.
All right, guys, it looks good on the track. We've got cars moving through the tunnel.
All right, thank you very much, Mark. It's great to have you down on the ground and interviewing our drivers. Of course, it's interesting to hear the stories, and just see the real sort of grassroots of what our sport's about. And these people that are out here racing their cars start with something, and then it's I just want to put a cam in it, and then it's I just want to change the heads, put an exhaust, or whatever it might be.
All right, I've changed that now. I've got to do this, and then the cycle starts.
Then Pat tries to sell somebody a turbo.
That's right. Yep.
Or a 6 kit of nitrous, and
come on down.
Yep.
We've got that. Well, that's right. So our wonderful track sponsors, Rocket Industries and Aeroflow Performance, have got all of your performance needs just down the road.
Yeah, well, there's one shot, one kit per cylinder. Right?
Yeah, why not? It's a great deal. All right, so we've got the BMW E46 in the Aeroflow lane of 1425 at 104, and the little Hyundai i30N 1430. This would be an interesting matchup. Bushy, we've got the HQ with the LSA in it that Mark spoke to the owner down the lanes a little while ago. Beautiful car.
Yeah, very clean.
Great bit of a story behind the build there, and then we've got the little GR Yaris in the Aeroflow lane. So new school versus old school cool.
Just waiting on the HQ to roll on into that staging beam, bring that second light off.
Everyone's just taking their time with their launch there, which is perfectly fine. 2 manual vehicles, so nice 186 60 foot, first time down the strip, I believe, for the HQ.
And a good old pass there, 11.82 with a 9, 121 mile an hour for the big HQ to a 14.83 for the Yaris down there in the Aeroflow lane.
Looks like could be Aiden Stutchbury down there in the Dialed-In Racing VH, I think it is, in the Aeroflow lane.
Yeah, taking on one of our 2 blue meanies here tonight. Looks like the VK not going to participate in this run, and Aiden probably going on his solo, I'd say.
Yep.
Oh, unfortunately, we've just heard through the radio, it's the tail shaft is no longer connected to the diff, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So, better to happen there than the other end, though.
Let's have a look. So Aiden's just made a pretty clean pass down there at 10.53 at 127. With a good reaction time as well, so nice little break. Hasn't dulled the edge for one of the Stutchburys. Good to see, but he's hoping we can get this VK backed up and off the track.
Just looking on our live stream, we've given Stewie the night off, but he's just signed in to the live stream saying g'day to everybody,
hey.
And hoping that we're all having a great night. And he's missed Adam. Just been pointed out that he didn't say hello to Adam.
That's right. Mark, what have you got to say? Stewie's on the live stream, so is he getting his microphone back, mate?
Hey guys, mate, it goes from smiles to tears, doesn't it? Like, done a PB tonight in the car, and it just bailed out of the tail shaft. So, mate, take it home, get it fixed, and back out and racing again.
Yep.
Unfortunately, mechanical devices.
Yeah, well,
only...
that's that's one of the things. You test your car, you find what the next weakest link is, and then you make that stronger, and then maybe you get a few weeks off before you find out what the next weakest link is. That's what we're all hoping for when we're racing. So, but just doing a quick inspection down here of the start line, looks like just a really light cleanup here. Just going to clean up a little bit of maybe a little tiny bit of fluid there, but looks like it's not too bad. Must have been a fairly clean break for the tail shaft.
I know it's not really any comparison to the amount of horsepower that the Commodore down there be making, but I've recently stripped all the paint off the tail shaft in the Cortina. I'm looking at the end with the two little loops that the
the U-bolts over the uni.
Yeah, I'm just like,
there's not a lot there. There isn't a lot there, mate.
No, but when you consider I'm pushing like I think 80 horsepower at the tyres or something, it's neither here nor there. But still, like there's still not a lot of material.
Still one side step of the clutch away from testing it out, mate. Give it a go, Bushy. All right.
So I can fix that too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so it looks like we've got cars that probably shouldn't be moving up to the line just yet, but unless we've got a little BMW back around for another pass. Made a pass earlier, I think in the high 12s, which is not bad. And we've got the guys from Live Fast Garage down there in the GTR in the Aeroflow lane.
All the way from Tamworth.
All the way from Tamworth, yeah. That's a bit of commitment for you. So if you're thinking it's just too far to go within Sydney, think about these guys. That was a great launch from the BMW down there, a 1.860 foot. BMW crossed for an 11.75 with a 2 at 117 miles per hour. Really nice pass, and a 12.38 with a 2 at 109 for the GTR.
Well, hey guys, I was just talking to the guy with the blue Commodore, and he said the car has really been hooking up off the line, and he's slowly stepping up, and he found the weak link in the car. So, bit of a shame, but mate, you move on and put a bigger shaft in it and launch it harder.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Make it better and come back and try it again. So nice pass there in the Rocket Lane for an 11.09, 123 for the Falcon.
Yeah, sounded very sweet in the burnout, that Falcon. Just as Mark commented on the broken tail shaft, but 11.0, 123.
That's it. All right, so next pairing up looks like young Tyson that Mark was just talking to down in the mighty AU Ute. He's got the 302 Windsor on board, up against the 32 Skyline in the Rocket Lane. Just making sure that the Aeroflow lane is safe to run. Looks like we're going to have to get the torches out. So a little bit more fluid been dropped on the track here, which is, unfortunately, these things happen. We're not planning it. No, Bushy.
No, it's certainly testing us a little bit here because we go weeks without anything, and then last week we had a few stoppages as well. But I guess Tyson gets to sit there and stare down the racetrack, psych himself up for the next little bit.
And go through his start line procedure, get it all ready to go. Yeah, look, I know there's a lot of people out there that really want to get more passes in, but if you are sat down there in the staging lanes, just make sure you have just do a quick double check over your vehicle so that you're not the next person to stop proceedings this evening. We want to make sure that you're all caps on and your dipsticks plugged in and your catch can's not full and your coolant's maybe not ready to evacuate the engine.
Well, I think that they're all sort of things that we sort of take for granted. And I made the point before that, you know, when you're racing the car wide open, obviously everything's spinning quicker and circulating faster. And, you know, it doesn't take a lot. A small issue, you know, if you drive your car on the road and, you know, oh, I've got a small fluid leak, oh, it's all right, I'll just keep putting water in it. That's fine on the road. But, you know, the minute that you come out here and you know, wide open throttle, then that little drip can become something more drastic.
Of a spray or,
and then before you know it, well, you know, water and rubber don't mix, and then, you know,
that's right.
You're a passenger.
A lot of the time, it's difficult to, unless you've got access to a dyno or something like that, it's difficult to give your car a full stress test.
Yes.
You know, through say you've got, you know, 4 forward gears. It's pretty rare that you'll get, you know, the opportunity to go wide open throttle through all of them.
Yes.
You know, with full traction generally, and all that load on it. So, yeah, that's why it's always good to double check over a few other bits and pieces. Just make sure that everything's where it's supposed to be, and you know, if there's anything looking a little bit suspect, don't just go.
Most people are pretty good with that sort of thing, but you know, it just does take that day or two in prep to make sure that everything's going to perform as you expect it.
Yep.
And hopefully that will mean that we won't have the stoppages and you won't damage your car.
Yeah, that'd be ideal.
Yeah, mate, some models you just have to put a lot more effort into doing the preparations, like Fords.
Oh, wow. There's no holds barred there from
wow. Just firing a shot straight across the bow there from Mark. If anyone's looking for him, he's down there. He's got a grey beard, glasses, carrying a microphone, and I think hot-tailing it to his car. So
because we have quite a few Fords down in the staging lanes.
Good luck getting another interview down there, Mark.
Well, in fairness, he did just interview 2 Ford drivers. One's in the burnout box, and the other's.
I know, and he was very polite.
He was. So. It's all in good fun. He's a car person. You know, we're all car people. Of course, we have our cars that we perhaps a little bit biased to, but we're all here to have a bit of fun and you know, see what our cars can do, see what we can do as drivers too. You know, that's the other part of the challenge. It's not all just about going fast. You know, there's a lot of races out there that haven't got a 000, and yet we've had some people that come out here on the foot brake on their first event and go bang. And like,
well, the jackpot winner most recently of $2,700 for the perfect reaction time. Suzuki Jimny.
Manual.
Completely standard. Manual got 000 and walked away with $2,700 on the start line reaction time jackpot. That is amazing. Now, no jackpot, unfortunately, tonight, being a comp night, but that will, I believe it didn't go off last week.
No, I don't think so.
So it should be at 300. Does it go to 400, I think, next week? If memory serves. We'll get an update on the socials for that. But, yeah, every race for real. A little bit of money goes into the pot for the perfect reaction time. So a .000 on the tree. And you can walk home with quite a few future entries to Race for Real.
Yes.
So, oh look, and just because we haven't had enough drama tonight, we've got the Skippy family has joined us on the hill.
Maybe they're looking for me.
You did have a little bit of a run-in with one of their kin recently.
Yes.
Yeah, your poor little Mitsubishi. No, it wasn't your dad that he got. No. Look, we've got the wildlife. I think actually they came to see why there isn't a whole heap of noise going on at the moment.
So the lights are on, but there's no noise.
Yep.
Well, guys, I'm just down here with Sammy Joe and the new car. So I'm going to let her tell us all about it.
It's very bright, if you haven't noticed. Obviously, a VH Commodore, we've gone with LS combo. Thankfully, Brian was kind enough to donate his engine because obviously the VE went kaboom at Winters, which was really disappointing. So yeah, going turbo 400, 9-inch and Haltech E85. So it's a nice little build, a little bit quicker than the VE, which is really nice. And certainly wouldn't have done it without obviously my crew at Dialed In. It's been a tough 6 weeks since Winters, but we've got it together and she's out here ready to go.
So how does it feel on the track so far? It being a new build, you had to do much setting up at all?
So we come out for the test and tune on Saturday, had 3 passes. First one, obviously it drove straight, which I was stoked about. Probably didn't go quite the number. I was hoping to do a 10 straight away. It only went 11.0, but I cracked a 10.88 at 1:23 by the end of the day. So still a little bit more running in, and obviously getting used to it. It's obviously sounds different, feels different to the VE. Obviously newer car, newer technology, but this is pretty much, you know, obviously I've got the Haltech in there. It tells me everything that's going on, which I love about it, but that old school feel on the outside.
Well, it's a different setup too, because you're sort of like a full race car now. With the cage all tagged into the body, it's a lot stiffer and leaves the line a little bit better.
Yeah, it certainly leaves hard. Obviously picks the left front up a little bit, which is pretty cool. I didn't think it would do that straight up. So, yeah, like I said, very different to the VE, but I absolutely love it.
So what's the plans? Where are we going to go with it?
I'll run the rest of the season in Super Street. That's the plan. Obviously, I love that category. It's been the last 2 seasons been awesome in there, but the plan is to obviously go a little bit quicker and hopefully jump up into Super Sedan next season.
Sensational. Can't wait for this. All right, mate. Have a great night, and we'll just keep watching the progression.
Yeah, great to see Sammy get that new project unveiled and out on the track. I know it's been a bit of a hush-hush build.
Yes, she mentioned it to me on the down low. Feels like 12 months ago, but you know, might not have been quite so long. But both that car and I think Aiden's VH was built fairly quickly. Like once the team, you know, many hens make light work, as they say. Yeah, once the team, you know, got everything together, the car was put together very, very quickly.
And the guys at Dialed In Racing, you know, local bracket racers, so super dedicated. Brett, Aiden, Corey Stutchbury, you know, real family crew there. You've got obviously Sammy Joe and Brian Adesing, both dedicated racers. And like, I mean, those guys were in and out of Rocket at the front counter for almost every day. We'd see, you know, people, all right, I need this fitting now, I need to put this on, I need this bit of hose, I need one of these, I need 2 of them. You know, left, right and centre, and then they'd go back, they'd do some more work, they'd rush back out to Rocket before we closed on a Saturday. I need this, all right, no worries. We'll get them sorted. So, yeah, it was, you know, there's some real dedication, there's a lot of passion there, and Sammy's done such a great job, you know, promoting you know, bracket racing, track championships. You know, super passionate about it, and that's what we love. So, yeah, we're happy to give those guys some extra airtime to make sure that their racing program gets ahead.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right, Pat. I think you know, Sammy with the cricketing prowess has got very good radio microphone presence. So you know, interviewer, you know, she's speak clearly, she knows what she's talking about. She's been part of this drag racing caper for a little while. I'm actually curious to know how she started. I can't remember if she's actually said that, but yeah, definitely an asset to the sportsman categories of drag racing.
Absolutely, yeah. It's all about grassroots, because that's where it all begins. And then get into a bit of local track championship stuff and end up working your way, just as Sammy did, up to the winters, and yeah, going from there.
All right, we've got Tyson, I think you said his name was, in the Falcon Ute down there. Did a pretty decent little burnout down there, but I think our start line crew just wanting to check under the Falcons.
Might have been a bit of AC condensation or something along those lines, which is pretty common when the cars sit idling in the lanes for a little while. So if you do have your air conditioning system on while it's idling, just maybe switch it off until you hit the return road. But we're back underway, which is great to see. So we've got the 32 Skyline in the Rocket Lane. Got out first, but looks like it's just laid off a little bit. 13.88 with an 8 at 102 miles per hour to Tyson's 15.102 at 91 miles per hour.
What was Tyson looking for? Do you remember?
I think he'd run a higher 15.
Yeah,
earlier,
that's good.
wasn't
I think he said 15.5 or something like that. But yeah, no, good to see both cars down the racetrack, and I can hear a rotary. We haven't had a rotary out here tonight.
No, that's right. I can see
RX3 down there in the burnout box. Pretty serious. Got the parachute on the back.
Yeah, looks awesome. We've got the GC8 WRX back in the Aeroflow lane as well. Classic shape. All right, I can see on the YouTube live chat, Michael Gaps. It's sad to see the VE gone. He's referencing Sammy Joe's red VE that was here basically any time the gates were open at Sydney Dragway. Sammy was here in the VE. We've got some boost loading on the Mazda. Viz rotary package down there. Yeah. Yes, Adam, yes. Almost dropped a Conrod. Better make sure that, the valve springs are all happy and, the cams. He's got some upgraded cams in that one, you reckon? Yeah. Yeah, love it.
I've got nothing.
Everyone listening has nothing as well. It's reached that point. We've gotten to the silly hour. All right. Pretty tough little unit, this thing. So.
Don't jinx us, Stu. Don't jinx us. Stuart White commenting from home or wherever he is on the live stream.
The Mazdas haven't dropped anything. Yeah. I think this is the first one we've seen go down the track, so that's kind of, you're winning by default there, Stu.
Good to see Emmanuel Candros tuning in as well. One of our regulars, and also a racer here at Sydney Dragway. Of course, in that really nice Ford Capri.
Yeah, beautiful car, that one. All right, here we go. We've got the green light. We've got 2 cars into full stage. We'll wait for some WRX away cleanly. We're going to crank up the boost on the rotor. Clear it out a little bit.
Subaru, lots of popping and banging as it makes its way across the finish line. 14.0 at 102. And it sounds like our Mazda's not a happy chappy down there.
It doesn't want to come up and make the boost. Exactly sure what's happening with the Mazda there.
Welcome back, Tony. I know you were here last week. I hope you enjoy tonight's racing once again. And I think you're right, Michael. Stewie jinxed it.
Yeah. That looks like got it in gear and managed to get the car running. Take it easy. Whoa. Take it easy. I mean, I know it's frustrating when the car doesn't want to do what you want it to do, but what's even more frustrating is what almost happened there. So, yeah. Guys, it's a cool night. We want to make sure that if you don't get away from the line cleanly, just transit the lane. We'll get you back around. We'll get you back up to the line again. But you got to do a big burnout to get those radials working, and if you sit around for a long time, they do lose a lot of temperature. So let's move on. We've got a couple of tough VLs down here by the looks of things.
Oh, listen to that.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Wastegate / turbo.
Yeah.
I think it was the white car in the rocket lane.
It might have been the white car, yeah. Was it a supercharger one? I actually couldn't quite. Oh, maybe that's the Tesla swap. How dare we?
Our commentary box is now locked.
Mouth out.
The door is now locked.
All right, cars into stage. Here we go. Green lights. Boost loading. The white VL on the rocket lane gets away really cleanly. That's got quite a wine coming out of it. And the red VL, a lot of missing happening in the Aeroflow lane. So at 11.59 at 129. And a 10.14 in the Aeroflow lane. So we got there in the end with a couple of pairs down there. So we've got Ilias Katsiaris down in the XE Falcon. This has got the big Barra turbo combination in it. This gentleman won the first comp night, actually.
Yeah, we know this car is definitely one of the quickest on the property right now.
Yep.
Taking on Eden and Bella down there in the Holden Ute. Eden's car definitely no slouch. 029 red. And the Falcon taking it easy, but a 10.15 with the 7, 129 miles an hour.
Right, so getting off it early in the Falcon there, Elias didn't make a full power pass there, of course. So maybe a little bit of water from the car again.
Certainly did a strong burnout, but didn't want to seem to accelerate away from the start line in any sort of rush. So hopefully nothing untoward there for Elias, but. I see Harry White is asking on the live stream if there's any HK Holdens here tonight. I have not seen any.
No, I haven't seen a HTKG body shape come through tonight, unfortunately, Harry, but there is a couple of beautiful HQs, I believe.
And a couple of nice Tiranas as well.
A couple of nice Tiranas. We've got some nice Falcons, a Mustang down there. It's not hard to see why that car was so popular, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's a beautiful looking car.
A friend from work would like one. It's searching for one to, yes, another project.
All right, so thankfully we've managed to stay underway here, so nothing of great concern down on the start line or further down the track, which is good to see. We've got that beautiful, Mark, is that an LC or an LJ?
LC, mate.
Hey, I got it right first time.
308.
308. Gotta love a bit of a
It's a little 308 in this thing. This went really well on its first pass.
Yep.
Manually shifted. 194 to the 60. There's not a 308 stroked out to like 600 cubes or something stupid, is it?
No. It's all 5 litre.
There you go, 1276 at 109. Very tidy. Here we go, Sammy Joe's up in the VH as well. So we've got the new combo, so it's only had a couple of passes down the track so far. More to do. Up against the WRX in the Rocket Lane.
We can see that the night air getting a little bit denser out there, I dare say. It's starting to probably cool off a little bit. We're now approaching 8 p.m. here at Sydney Dragway.
Yeah, plenty of horsepower being made now with this nice fresh air. Right, little cherry on the tree for Sammy Joe. Pretty keen to get a pass in for sure. But it's getting on down the track reasonably well.
And runs on through for a 10.96 with a 9, 120 mile an hour to a 12.09 with a 5 at 125 in the Rocket.
Well, that car, for a fresh, brand new car, it's 60 footing really, really well.
Yep.
It's Sammy was saying that it is just a different car to drive than what the VE was. And as we know, we've all built cars, and yeah, it's for those guys to turn a car around in the amount of time that they have.
Yeah,
it is phenomenal.
It was all hands on deck.
Yeah, and to the car just to come up and perform straight off.
Yep.
That's really good.
Oh, wild launch from the VP Commodore in the Rocket Lane there, showing its heels to its much younger counterpart, the VF HSV in the Aeroflow Lane, which is getting mighty close to the centre line there, at 10.65 at 128.
Yeah, it looked to be on the brakes just a touch early there too, Pat, for the car in the Rocket Lane.
Came out of the hole, turned the tyres and wiggling around, so really, really nice.
All right, our bike competitors back once again to their start line.
Nice launch from that pairing. But yeah, as you were saying about Sammy Joe's new car, going from a VE IRS rear end, into the 9-inch 4-linked VH. That's a different feeling in its own. Just when the car comes off the line, you're used to the car squatting in an IRS car, and then with the 4-link setup, you've got the back wanting to lift. So it's just a real change. It was a real big jump when I did it in my car. Went from IRS to a 4-link, but yeah, I thought I was going to lose my teeth or something when the 4-link bit the first time. It was it come off the line really hard. So that's all just something that you've got to get used to, and it's quite common when you modify the car in such a significant way, where you change cars completely. It's not uncommon to take a step backwards before you go forwards again, just trying to adjust to all those things.
Well, she's saying now the car's leaving the line and picking up the left-hand wheel.
Yeah,
which is
okay, cool.
something not expected out of that
that's
car
right.
so early in the stage. And
Yep.
there's so much potential they're going to get out of that car now.
Yep.
So, loosening the motor up is going to go harder. They're going to find more adjustability.
Testing.
That's all it is, track time.
Yep.
Yeah, track time and seat time in that car, and it's going to get plenty of that.
Absolutely.
It hasn't got a choice. But, I think the big thing with that too is that the car's a lot lighter than either her old car or the one that she was driving with Brian as well.
Yep.
So, as you know, Pat, the weight savings there is equal to horsepower effectively,
Absolutely. Yeah, there would have easily been 400 to 500 kilos probably come out of between the two cars, from the VE to the VH.
Yeah.
Like quite easily, I would say, to get it to that point. And that's it's just time on the table. You take all that weight out, and you're going to gain a lot of time. So, yeah, really good to see Sammy and the dialed-in racing crew stepping it up. And they've all been stepping it up as well. Brett's gone well into the 9s. He's off to get a cage now. So he did my trick and had the real street license and went a little bit too fast, and they said no more, which is fair enough. I think he ran a 920 something at 151 miles per hour. So
Only a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. But probably worthwhile putting a cage and parachute and a few extra safety bits and pieces in that car. Pretty safe to say.
I think once you get to that stage of the vehicle, you do need those.
Yeah.
I suppose you do have to use them. If it's got to shoot, you've got to use it as per the rules.
Yep.
But, like when you're caged up and, like you either arm restraints or you got a window net, all that type of stuff, it does make you feel that little bit safer.
Yeah, a little bit more confidence in what you're doing. And, you want it to be there and not need it, rather than need it and not have it there.
That's
so,
correct.
It's
unusual. I think that's Sean Ricketts there. Left the line really well. 144 to the 60, but just
went away.
Yeah, went away from went to shift into second gear, I think, and he sat up. So did pull over to the side and then got it back into motion and accelerated away. Here's this FG Falcon, I think was the one that ran 9-second pass earlier tonight.
I think he's just been off to buy himself a real street license. So he can come back down. I mean, it may have a cage in, I don't know, I can't see. But yeah, that's the great thing. If you do bring your car out, maybe it's the first time you've raced it with some newly found mods, and you might find yourself going a little bit faster than expected. If you've got a late model car and it does dip into the 9s, you can apply for the real street license here at the track. And if your vehicle's between 2001 and 2008, you can run down to 950 and 150 miles per hour. And then real street A is for vehicles 2008 up, and they can go down to 90 and up to 170 miles per hour. But once you hit 150, you need a parachute. So, but you don't necessarily need a cage, and that is an IHRA implemented rule. So a licensing program, which has basically allowed these late model cars that don't need quite as much work to be able to produce the horsepower and run those times. So, really late model GTRs. The twin turbo Lambos, like we see from Precision Racing, and
some of the BMWs and that sort of thing, they'll run into, or the Audi you know,
the R8,
R8s. They'll dip into the low 10s without too much drama.
Get into the 9s with their engine package. And generally, if you've got a $500,000 car, you probably don't want to cut some holes in it to stick a roll cage in if you want to bring it back. So that's kind of where those that's where those rules came from. So as well as, of course, Falcons like the one that we just saw earlier. It's a nice street car. You want to just get in and go to the shops and not have to climb over a cage, and off you go. Well, there isn't a burnout comp tonight, but Run Amok down there in the Aeroflow lane has given it a good crack.
He's creating his own.
It's a good bit of limiter action happening. So good to see. Let's see if he can turn it into an ET.
The Commodore out in front of the Corolla, as you would expect to. It's very similar to the 60-foot, very well pointed out there, Pat.
Just like to point out that the Corolla was faster than the 60-foot after that burnout effort.
Horsepower showed its way after that, though. But still.
All right, next pairing, we've got FG Falcon up against a little Proton Satria. And, I think we've got a bit of a sneaky Evo swap going on in that Satria.
I think Adam knows something he's not telling us.
The stance is, out there. 1421 at 103. There was no wheel spin. Didn't do a burnout. So good chance. A lot of people may not know that Protons are actually Mitsubishis under the skin.
No.
Protons.
I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Yep.
I did not know that.
So a lot of components shared from CC and CE Lancers in that sort of Proton Satria sort of range. And so, you remember the Proton Jumbuck, the little ute that they had?
Yes.
A bunch of people have done Evo front end swaps.
Yeah, because isn't there a black one at across the road?
One, there's a white one that we see every now and again. Yeah, so you can almost take all the front bumpers and the guards off and then stick the Evo or the Lancer stuff on, and it's all the same.
Okay, there you learn something new every day.
There you go.
Sometimes do things.
You've learnt twice tonight, Bushy, eh? Yeah, pretty cool. I like it. All right, we've got a pair of Fords here, early and late.
I actually tried to grab this guy in the XD.
Yep, Jack, Motor7.
They disappeared. Couldn't find him anywhere.
Camera shy. Or microphone shy.
Yeah, just trying to get a bit of a rundown on all the running gear in it.
We'd love to know a little bit more about the combination because it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's tough as it does everything right.
Yeah, it's all right. We're just making sure that nothing untoward's coming out of Jack's car down there, which is all good. We go into stage. A little bit of a chirp on the tyres. Sounds like it's got some RPM on board, doesn't it, mate?
It does indeed, yeah. Very clean and crisp.
Similar speed to the previous runs, but the ET just a little bit slower there than what he'd run, but sounding really, really nice, as you say.
It's very nice. Is it, Mark, this Mustang, did you get a close look to that? Is that like a GT350? Oh, it's a left-hand drive car as well? Yeah. Tail lights look small, yeah. It's got that GT350 style. It has the scoop on it. I don't know if it is necessarily one, but I thought you were a real Ford guy, mate. Well, we've got a bit of a jump through the beams there. We've got a stage on the back tyres. All right, here we go. We've got the Mustang up against the Commodore. Mustang gets away really nicely, actually. Good jump.
Yeah, 1.7 to the 60 there,
Pat. 1.6
for
for the Commodore, and it's really bringing it home as it gets towards the big end of the track there. At 10.05, with a 3 at 137 mile per hour, and 11.90 at 114 for the Mustang.
So yeah, that Commodore's done a 990.
Okay.
990, yeah. Been out the track a couple of times, but he loves his roll racing.
Yeah, okay.
Does a fair bit into roll racing.
It's certainly making some decent power.
It is indeed, but apparently new motor on the way.
Oh,
as we speak.
Excellent.
Emmanuel, it's Jack Matasevic's XD, the red one. Emmanuel, one of our viewers on the live stream, just saying, hey, what colour is the XD you want to know about? He's probably a Ford guy, I dare say, if he races the Capri. Probably knows a thing or two about his competitor's car.
He may well.
All right, we've got a four-wheel drive down there on the start line.
It's a nice dual cab with all of the accessories on board.
I'll tell you what, it's got some on it too.
Yeah.
I went down, had a bit of a
box.
yak to him, and so do you want to talk about your car? Nah, it's too slow.
Fair enough.
So be having fun. He goes, yeah. So well, there we go. We've got a good subject.
Perfect.
I must admit, the four-wheel drive and the diesel guys do get right behind their drag racing, even though the car's as far away from its natural habitat as possible. They come out and have a ball.
It's certainly not the slowest dual cab that we've had go down the drag strip here, that's for sure. 2.5 60 foot is pretty competitive.
And a 13.37, 109 for the Aeroflow lane. So not a bad run out of the dual cab there either.
Well, Pat, we had one of the Sharks down here. The
BYD Shark, yeah.
Yep, and very impressive, wasn't it?
Yes.
Broke into the 13s.
Yeah, okay.
And I think it went down into the 12s.
Yeah, I don't know how heavy they are, but that's
pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty heavy.
They wouldn't be light. They're not particularly as aero as the BYD car.
No.
So that electric power plant working overtime to.
I did see one, funnily enough, strapped on a dyno. I think maybe last week I spotted it on Facebook somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
And it might have been on full boost, yeah. And I think it made 300 kilowatts.
Yeah, wow.
To the tyres.
Whoa,
so, yeah, it's tricky with the EV stuff apparently to get them to work on the dyno because they make power at low RPM but not high RPM. So there's a bit of trickery that you've got to do to get it working. But judging by the weight of the car, the ET that you guys are saying it runs is probably not far off.
Yep.
Around 300 kilowatts in a car that probably weighs 2.5 tons, if not more. That's probably about right.
That's pretty serious when you think about it. To get that sort of weight moving and be nicely planted. Being are they all-wheel drive too? Or
yes,
not? Yes, they are.
They are. Yeah, yeah. They've got.
No, they're
not four-wheel drive.
Well, that was one of the comments he actually made. Stewie was talking and said, "Oh, I don't think you'd be four-wheel driving this thing." He goes, "No, it's not that type of car."
No.
Yeah.
No. Yep. Yeah, no, they're not a crawl up the steep hill sort of.
Surprisingly, he put in a fair few passes as the night went on.
Yeah.
And instead of dropping away like losing charge, the thing was going quicker every pass.
The good thing about those is they've got a petrol engine, which is effectively like a generator. So it's not just a straight plug-in EV like a Tesla or something like that. So it's, I've got to charge my battery and give me 8 hours. Yeah, it's a hybrid. That's exactly right, Mark. So you can just go, I'm low on fuel. I'll go and fill it up. 3 minutes later, you're back on the road.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And you do 1,000 Ks.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, unreal. All right, we've got a little Audi coming up here, S3, I believe it is. I think, if I remember correctly, Adam, this car was here at the Eurofest. CU number plates.
I wonder if he's going to be saying "see you" to the Golf down there.
I don't know. That Golf did a pretty spicy burnout for a Golf.
I think he said earlier he's gone 12.4, was it? I think he said.
Yep.
A little bit of wheel spin for the Golf. The Audi, not with that problem. I think he is going to say "see you" to the Golf at the end of the quarter mile here at Sydney Dragway.
Certainly is. Runs on through.
12.39 with a 3. 113 mile an hour for the Golf to a 1360 at 106. Sorry.
Very nice.
The Audi was...
bit of smoke out of the car in the rocket lane. Top man.
That's not a good sign.
Not ideal. We don't want to let the smoke out at the big end of the track.
No.
We let it out at the start.
Yep.
Just like these two Holdens have.
Big old statesman down there in the rocket lane.
P-plater on the back, which is good to see.
Yeah, we want everyone to come out here and enjoy. Like I mentioned to Bushy earlier, there was a bike, a P-plater bike rider down here. When else are you going to be able to do 180 plus and not have to worry about it?
Absolutely.
Especially as a P-plater.
Yep.
Right, so we're just making sure that the big end of the track, the shutdown area, is all safe for cars to travel on down. As we mentioned, there was a little bit of smoke coming out of one of the competitors. All right, so we are good to go. Green light out. Not a bad reaction time from the big statesman there in the rocket lane. Early model ES statesman, I think it is. Might still just stay ahead towards the line. No, it looks like the VE got him in the end there.
Only 400s across the finish line, Pat.
That's pretty close.
They were locked together all the way down the racetrack.
Absolutely. All right, we've got this beautiful R35 GTR back up the line, up against the GR Yaris. Taking the world by storm, the little GR Yaris. It's 3-cylinder turbo, all-wheel drive combination. The GTR has the berries in the Aeroflow lane on this occasion, so 12:39 at 109, very consistent for that car tonight, and a 14:56 at 100 miles per hour for the little Yaris. Another stout Barra-powered Falcon down there in the rocket lane, up against the, with all due respect, the Rat Rod E46. In the Aeroflow lane. There might be a bit of a story with that BMW as well, maybe Mark, down there. Not exactly sure what it is, but nice launch from the Falcon down there. It crosses through for a 12.1 at 124 on the brakes, a little early as well. Okay, so we've just got the track crew checking out the track there. It doesn't look like anything too serious so far. One of the cars down the Aeroflow lane had a bit of a backfire around the half track, so we're just making sure that everything stayed where it's supposed to be. Looks like we'll be good to go, and we'll get the next pairing. We've got Golf versus I-30 again. Dueling cracks and pops and crackles. Yeah, Crackle Tune versus Crackle Tune.
At least being two different cars will maybe get a slightly different
shift
point.
Bit of a variation on the sound,
yep.
maybe. One does a pop pop pop, the other one does a pop 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 pop.
That's factual sounds there from Pat Elliott, by the way.
Oh look, my bike does pop 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 bah, pop. So we're not all straight pipe crackle. AK-47 tune.
Maybe I'm getting old. I think for me that would get a little bit old pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Bushy needs to take it for a pass. That was a nice clean pass, by the way, at 12.56 at 110 mile per hour, at 13.84 at 102 for the I-30. So nice passes for those little hot hatches down there. Next pairing, we've got a bit of Aussie muscle. Got the LSA powered HQ in the Aeroflow lane and the LS VH in the rocket lane. Nice hit from, I believe it's Aidan Stutchbury down there in that car, 0.33 reaction time, so very, very nice. He's going to run on through for a 10.62 at 128 miles per hour and 11.45 at 122 for the LSA HQ. Rowing the gears manually down there in that HQ, so good to see. Nice consistent passes. Here we go, some more racing here at Aeroflow Race for Real Comp Night. Next up, we've got that tough blue Falcon down there up against this really impressive little unassuming BMW in the rocket lane.
Right, most are until they put their foot down.
It ran into the 11s on the last pass, I believe. So nice launch, an 0.30 light for the Falcon in the Aeroflow lane, a 158 60 foot. The BMW getting along down there at 10.98 with an 8 at 124 and 11.93 at 115.
Okay, there's your limiter action for the night.
Plenty of limiter action. A very enthusiastic burnout from the VP. This is a spicy unit, so maybe Mark, that's up your alley, Mark. If you can, when this VP comes back around.
I think it's Troy.
It could be.
Troy from JPM.
Oh.
What's come
lost
off?
the belt. On the Commodore has lost the belt. It's a bit of an anticlimax, isn't it? Looks like young Tyson down there in the AU Ute is going to get a solo pass. Yeah, looks like the Gilmer belt has given up the ghost on the VP down there. Which is a shame. You know, we sell one Gilmer belt at the counter at Rocket. We advise everyone buys two because you don't really find them at your average parts store.
Yeah, there's probably a time when they were super popular. But
yeah, well, it's still super popular, but it's just if it breaks, you know, if it snaps, you're not going to find one at your local Peps when you're out on a Sunday cruise. So if you're buying a Gilmer belt, buy two. Stick one in the glove box. You never know when you might need it.
What do you got for us, Mark? I can hear you've got an open mic down there.
Mate, I was only going to say it's a Holden and it doesn't need a belt.
The charging and cooling system argues with you.
Yes. Just been told by Emmanuel Candros, who was mentioning the XD there, is friends with the gentleman in the blue car that just went down previous pass. It was his first 10-second run. Yep. So nice achievement for that driver there.
Beautiful.
Pretty chuffed. Wonder how long it'll be before he wants to run a 10.5. But no, it's fantastic to see and always good to reach those milestones.
Yep. The Commodore's made its way out of the way there, which is good. It's not going to run for too long, but yeah, without the belt on it, there's no water pumping. All right, we're going to have another pair of tough cars come back down. Okay, so I can see FG Falcon coming through. It's got NOS 243 number plates. I wonder if there's a bit of... I can't see an N on the back window though, so maybe no nitrous happening there, but we've got nice tough VL in the rocket lane.
This was our VL that sounded like a jet taking off,
Yep.
I think.
See what we can do on this pass.
Do you know what I think it is? There's no exhaust note. The muffler and everything is the engine is this. No
whistle in the exhaust. It doesn't have a turbo, just a whistle in the exhaust. That's
and a dirty great big air pump pumping more air through it.
That's right.
Yeah. There's a reason he's in production, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. That's it. All right, we got both cars up into stage here. We're just...
No, in all seriousness, I think the car is very quiet, and that's why it stands out even more, perhaps.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Could have a... could be a T51R mod on the turbo as well to get it to whistle a little bit harder.
Okay.
Yep. Screaming off there, but I don't know, that almost sounds like there's a bit of a leak somewhere. It's not affecting it too much. 1169 with a 2 at 125 miles per hour is getting the job done. The 1467 at 91 miles per hour.
Yeah, it was the 60 foot, not too much different to the Falcon there, so definitely taking it easy off the start line, which is probably not a bad move. And then just letting the horsepower do its thing at the top end.
Yep. A bit more horsepower on display here. We've got the little Viz rotary RX3 back up to the line again. Let's hope we have a little bit more luck with the...
Oh, yes. Yes, we're not too far away from our first round of the comp cars tonight.
I think this Mazda may actually be the first one. He's getting a buy.
No, it's this pair here, I think.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, the Mazda still not wanting to agree with getting up on... Oh, and a lot of wheel spinning.
Same thing last time at around 100 feet out. Just said, I'm breaking traction here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always tricky when you've got a car that has like a big ramp rate in power like that. You know, the way that car comes off the line with very little amount of power, and then it ramps up really quickly. Sometimes what can happen is either if it's a four-link car, you don't have that initial hit. So when the four-link wants to rotate the diff and it pushes the tyre down into the track, then that's where the grip is coming from.
Yes.
But when the car's already moving and then the power comes on quickly, it doesn't get that instant jolt.
The rotation,
the rotation of the diff, the action, the lever action of the four-link doesn't want to push it down. And then equally, if you've got, I'm just assuming that RX3 is still at leaf sprung rear end, potentially similar sort of deal. You know, they might have a Caltrack or a shock setup, so that when you let off the trans brake, for example, and you've got power on board, it shocks the car into pushing the tyre down into the track. But when it ramps up like that at the 330 mark, it doesn't have that transfer. So the front's not going to come up, the back doesn't come down, it doesn't push the tyre into the ground, which is why we see the wheel spin. So.
And the erratic change in direction.
Yes.
What do you got for us down there, Mark?
Burnout action by the sounds of
I
things.
think he's got a little bit of open mic action for us down there, so we can get a better sound of our cars down there. We've got Eden Abella and one of the Falcon driver that Mark interviewed earlier.
Guys, the Ute, nice, strong, quick burn out, but the Falcon really put some heat into those tyres.
Right. Falcon with the reaction time. I'm not sure if Eden let him go there, but 174 too soon, junior 60 foot, and off it really early to roll through for an 11.15 with a 4 at 93 to a 14.75 at 91. Well, Elias back out in the Falcon, so good to see that hasn't had any major issues after an aborted pass earlier. And then we've got WRX in the Aeroflow lane.
Quietly tipping 2 cars will be our final pair, but we'll see how we go.
Yep, I gotcha. So it's obviously leading a very low boost level, not much RPM on board, but easy enough to take the win. 11.95 at 108 to a 13.18. Very aggressive sounding VF HSV down there.
Very much so, but of course, you know, we have our thought processes on who might be the victor tonight, of course, in the comp night. But you never know. Like the quicker car might break traction. The might. Oh, both cars.
Exhibit A.
Both cars going in different directions, but you know, that's all it takes. Is a small a pedal that might be needed or whatever. Like you know, performance levels of those 2 cars quite substantial, but only half a second across the finish line there.
Well, that's right. It wasn't a great deal in it, but you know, what you're saying about we might have our perceptions as to who's going to win. If we throw it back to Euro Motorfest, with the roll racing final there was a Mark 7 Golf, I think it was, that made it all the way through with a bit of default and you know, a bit of luck. Of course, I mean, it was an impressive little car. There was no doubt about it. But when there's, you know, twin turbo Lambos and R8s and whatnot
that are probably
floating
making
around,
4 or 5 times the horsepower.
Yeah.
You know, but you wouldn't have thought that the little car that could.
Yeah, that's right.
Nearly did.
No, none of us expected a Golf to be in the final. So, yeah, really, really cool.
All right, so moving into our bikes again for once another round of their fun tonight.
Absolutely, I can see Stewie on the live chat there, just mentioning the MacDaddy VL coming out of the Matux camp. Yeah, certainly big RV30 on board. Joe Gauchi having a steer of it. Yeah, pretty impressive combination. There's that ongoing rivalry between the Matux camp and the Croydon Racing Developments. They've each got sort of a VL going for a record, and they've each got GTRs going for records. It's great to see that competition just pushing everyone to go faster and faster.
Exactly right. Have you got someone down there for us, Mark?
Hey guys, it was very interesting that passes from those cars. The Falcon, who was in the comp previously, and one of our first ones, I think, and won it. Very, very quick barra in that car. Off the line, he was very, very sedate. Didn't really launch the car hard, but he just powered on down the track, and the horsepower carried him through. And Eden the same. Didn't really have to launch the car too hard, but yeah, really pull the power on the way down through the track.
Absolutely, mate. Some nice, tough cars down there into the comp night. It's a shame we didn't get quite a few more entries.
A little bit disappointed there, but there's 3 or 4 cars down there that definitely will have a chance at taking home the prize tonight. Good to see Eden back as well. I think he broke something, I think, the last time he was out here at Sydney Dragway, last week or the week before.
Yeah. luckily on that model, it's a pretty straightforward operation to change them out.
You'd be pretty well versed, I reckon, at changing drive shafts.
Need an 8mm Allen key, and you're good to go.
Yeah. 978 there, 149 miles an hour for the rider in the rocket lane.
Nice. We've got Danny Stadelmeyer back out there in the manual AU, back up against this tough FG Falcon. Let's see what he can do this time out.
Now, Danny's one of those racers that will race anything. He's come out in Street Fighter in a Toyota Kluger. He's even raced in Coaster Bus at one point.
Coaster Bus?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember the Coaster Bus.
He had a Honda Jazz, a Toyota Echo.
With the megaphone intake. Like a trombone.
Yeah, I think the Honda had that as well, but the AU is one that he's definitely stuck with the longest.
Yep.
And a 1362 with an 8 at 100 mile an hour there on that pass, an 1148 with a 3 for the FG that was in the Aeroflow lane.
I'm wondering if that's that same FG that we saw earlier tonight, because that's run 11s with 128. That other car went 9s at 140.
The black one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one earlier in the night. I don't think that's the same car.
No. Yeah. No, that one I think was a dark blue.
Yes, okay. All right, next pairing on down the strip. Got the Falcon and the Corolla. Big RPM burnout from the Run Amok Commodore in the Aeroflow lane, and a little Proton Satria hatchback in the Rocket lane. That we're tipping that it's got a bit of an Evo running gear swap in it. Looks like you might have turned the boost up a little bit on this pass. It's given a bit of chase for the Commodore, but it will lead the way home in the Aeroflow lane there to a 1349 with a 9 at 109. A lot of 9s there. And a 1445 at 103 for the Proton.
All right, the Falcon down there in the Rocket lane.
Is it like an ED Falcon?
Yeah.
Don't see many of those.
No,
going around
you don't.
Anymore, do you?
You don't. It's one of those things, Pat. I've found we used to have an LTD back in the day. Actually, the Cortina seats came out of an LTD. Now we didn't need that car anymore, and what we did with it, and a lot of people were probably a little bit upset. I saw one in pristine condition for sale on that website linked to social media.
The place of market.
Yeah, and I was quite amazed at what this person wanted for it, but it was immaculate.
Yeah,
it was spotless.
It's one of those things, isn't
it?
You know, it's like we said earlier on. Where are you going to find another one?
Correct.
You know, pretty rare.
Hey guys, I was just talking to Jamie in the VF Commodore that was running in the first round of the comp. He was just saying that his first couple of passes, he's was just playing with the car. He's just put slicks on it and was just chasing a bit of traction. It actually launched out nice and hard, but then just started to steer a bit from the rear, and that's where you're seeing it kick out on him. He pulled it around and just powered on down the track for the win. But yeah, we're going to grab him after the next pass, and he can give us a rundown how he went with that one.
Okay, sounds good, because yes, both cars did move around. He raced that little Tirana with the 308 in it, the manually shifted Tirana. The Tirana went one way, and
that's right. It was a bit of a wild ride in both lanes there. So it's that nice nice Mustang, excuse me, gets out of the hole really nicely, but quite a bit early. Didn't want to wait for the tree to drop, unfortunately. So we'll just let him get that out of his system. Hold the VE at the line. Once it's around the corner, we'll reset the tree.
Yes, because your reaction time does not add or subtract to your elapsed time. You can sit there for 3 days and leave the start line and still run the same time.
Yep.
But you can leave early. If you get a red light, you still will get a time, obviously, but there is a limitation to how early you can go.
Yes.
But he's
just bumped through the lights there. Just have to bring him back again. Just maybe not quite. A little bit. That's it. Here we go. Another strong launch from the VE, 156, 60 foot on this pass. Very nice for a big car. 994 with a 1 at 136 mile per hour. So very, very nice pass.
Did I hear a little bit of a whine of a supercharger or something there on the...
yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that's probably got a Harrop 2650 or something on it. So good, good mile per hour there. So yeah, nice, nice combination. Got VK up against FG on this one. VK is pretty sporty.
Yeah, 177 to the 60. Sounding very nice in the burnout. Shade under 100 mile an hour at half track. And 1140 at 125.
I think if my ears are listening correctly, that's a manual as well, that car. I think I heard the gear change, so pretty nice. All right, we've got BA Falcon up against VE Commodore on this one.
You've got a couple of manual cars here tonight.
Yeah. Spanish guys. Manuel.
And they're going through the gears in the right order, unlike me.
Unlike you. Did you do a money shift?
No,
okay.
I haven't done one of them yet. But I have a tendency to go 1, 2, 5. Doesn't work too good.
Good for fuel economy.
No, oh well, it's not so good for my blood pressure. I'm not going to lie. And frustration.
Yes, I can imagine.
But yeah, I'd be a lot more disappointed in the money shift.
Yeah, I don't want to experience that. We got two different types of utes coming up down here. We've got the dual cab in the Aeroflow lane and the Roo Shooter / BNS ball style Commodore ute in the rocket lane. So all those kangaroos that we're watching earlier, just keep an eye out for this fella, all right?
Yeah. Just
a big bar on the front.
Just be wary.
Yeah. You should get one of those for the ASX. Push.
I only picked it up yesterday, mate. The wound's still a little bit raw, okay?
Come on, mate.
I didn't need to spend that money.
No, you didn't need to, but you know, maybe if you spend a little bit more, put one of those bumpers on the front.
I'd be right.
Yeah, no problem.
I wouldn't have any repairs.
Yeah, you don't even have to dab the brakes. Ping! Fun and games. Not really, that's, yeah, it's not ideal when you've got a skippy in your way on the road.
No. He tried to get out of the way.
Oh,
it wasn't fast enough.
So we've still got more passes going on. That was pretty close.
It was
at the finish line.
It was only a 10th.5 at the finish line. Side by side all the way down. I think that's 2 close races that Statesman's had so far tonight.
Yeah, I think that that's a pretty healthy Statesman. I think.
Because they wouldn't be lightweight with all their electronic.
No, long
gizmos
wheelbase
and gadgets.
well.
Big car.
Yep. All right, here we go. Commodore Wagon up against the little Audi S3. And gets away fairly cleanly. Very close on the 60 foot between the two cars, funnily enough.
The Audi coming through that gearbox. To 12.0, 117. To a 12.82 at 110. In the Aeroflow lane.
Okay, got this nice blue FG Falcon up again. Apologise if it's an FPV, I can't quite see from here, but the Mark 8 Golf gets away nicely in the Aeroflow lane. FG just not quite up on boost by the looks of things when it left, but it's got a decent amount of power in it.
Yes.
95 mile per hour to the half track.
Yeah, 12.0, 121 at the finish line to a 12.58 there at 107.
That is a stout front-wheel drive burnout. Okay, so we've got, I think it's Mark 7 Golf up against the Hyundai i30N.
We normally don't see a big, massive burnout from front-wheel drive, do we?
No.
Not normally.
No, I think particularly in these models, like those late model Golfs, I think there's a bit of maybe some tuning or sort of electronic trickery that you got to do to be able to get it to do it.
Really? Is that complicated?
Well, not so much like the operation as far as the driver is concerned, but because the gearboxes all have like those torque tags, torque settings in them.
Yep.
So if you want to get good smoke out of a burnout, you've got to get to a higher gear, right?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what sort of car it is. If you're only in first gear, generally.
Oh, the Mustang.
Whoa, very wild out of the Mustang.
We're nearly 80 to 100 feet. I could see 3/4 of the side of the car, which we don't like seeing, because normally what happens is you back off and then the car goes, well, I'm going over this way now. And you hope that you've got enough swinging room that you're not going to come into a concrete first.
Yes. So long story short, the Golf, when you flick through the gears to try and get a higher gear for the burnout, the torque reduction system goes, not doing that.
Yeah.
So anyway.
All right, I think this is our second round of the comp night. We've got two of the quicker cars together here, so this will be a little bit of a battle of the tune-up, I reckon. Both, Eden definitely capable of running 9s.
Yes, we've seen it. Seen it done.
And the driver over there in the HSV, Mark was saying, just gone to slicks for tonight. Now his run a little bit early was a little bit skatey.
Yes.
Out of the start line. Eden didn't have to push the car away very nicely here for Eden. He's got half a second up his sleeve on the launch alone.
Ooh, he's on the brakes pretty hard there. Don't get on too hard. That HSV's coming home quick. Here we go, an 11.103 at 91. Hard on the brakes to an 11.33 at 132. So it's going to drop the hazards on him. A few more traction issues, I think, for the HSV in the rocket lane there. So, all right, here we go. Sammy Joe Johnson in the rocket lane in the brand new build from the Dialed In Racing crew up against Elias Katsiaris in. Sam, he's going to be living with herself there. A red 016 on the tree. It's handed the win to Elias in the Falcon. 10.39 at 119. Meets a 10.78 at 123.
Yeah, I think Sammy knew for sure that she had to go for the light, but 016.
And I think on the positive side, that could be a PB for Sammy in that new car as well. I think she said she ran 10.88 on the weekend, so 10.78. Yep. New PB, which is good to see. And any track time is good time. So just double checking the track before we get our next pair up.
So I think that sets up our final for comp night, I think. Or not?
Quite possibly. Wow, that HQ does have a massive screen in there.
It's got all the tech, mate.
Yeah. One of everything going on.
It's
and
also-
the BMW not being left behind in the burnout stage.
No,
Not quite the
no.
same.
The tyre on the HQ is now a little bit smaller in diameter than it was when it started the burnout. But I think we said LSA in that car.
Yes.
And it looks immaculate on the racetrack. Always like a yellow on a race car.
Yeah. This is actually quite a close race. That's going to be close at the line. There you go, an 11.39 at 122 to a 12.0 at 116. So the BMW just maybe suffering from a little bit of heat soak, possibly, that turbo combination. It has run lower in the 11s tonight. So, yeah, really good to see.
All right, next up we've got...
it's that blue XD,
yes.
I believe. The gentleman ran his first 10 earlier. 10.98, possibly.
99 miles an hour at half track.
We got 11.0.
Close. At least it's consistent.
Yes. Yep. Yep, okay, we've got that tough VL back again.
Lots of RPM there.
Made a pass earlier and it sounded like, I don't know whether or not it had like a type of traction control or if it was missing a little bit. I think it might have been missing because it backed off about 3/4 track. So sounded super stout though everywhere else. We'll see if we can't get a nice clean pass. This is the one that ran next to that other white VL.
Yes.
Earlier. So the AU getting away nicely. An 0.62 reaction time from young Tyson there. A lot of wheel spin from the VL off the hit on that pass. So drivers made the wise choice to just transit the lane, as it were.
And another 15.1 out of the AU Ute.
Yes. Getting faster and faster.
Bring on Street Fighter, I say.
Mm.
I do again.
See what you did there, Bushy.
Yeah, I stole that from Matt Kavanagh.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter.
No.
All right, so Aiden Stutchbury back up at the line in the black VH up against the red FG Falcon.
0.31 on the tree for the Stutchbury car. Leading very nicely. Just rolls out of the start line.
Yeah.
But runs a 1.5 to the 60.
Super clean 1060 at 126. So really consistent. It's getting dialed in, as it were, for the next track champs.
Yeah, what I mean by like rolling out of the start line, it's not spinning the wheel, it's not trying to turn sideways, it's just plant and go.
Yep. Yep, it's a pretty well sorted race car for its intended purpose. We've got Joe in the Falcon there. He's done a bit of, whoa, that was a big backfire out of the WRX there. He's certainly got that turned up because it's getting home pretty well. 13.26 at 123 mile per hour.
Yeah, that's because the inside of the exhaust is now it's non-existent. It's very free flowing now.
That's right. If it did have a cat, the operative word did have a cat. I don't know if it does anymore.
A big plume of smoke too.
Yeah. It's like it maybe had a bit of fuel surge possibly when it's launched. If it's got a low fuel tank, might have had a bit of fuel surge and that's caused a backfire. That's a nice little LC Tirana making its next pass.
A little bit slower again there on that run, but a nice reaction time.
Yeah. I know we did see...
I think it was a low 11 out of it on its first.
Yeah, we saw a low 11. And we did mention that these are manual cars as well, so I wonder maybe it's because of the can happen.
Possible.
Yeah. 965 at 154 for the bike in the Aeroflow lane. I'm going to focus and actually look and try and see what that bike is when it comes back down there.
I don't think Sean's come back. He did that one run.
Yeah, I don't think he's come back out, no. I'm not sure exactly what the problem was on that one.
Bike in the Aeroflow lane, ever so slightly getting closer and closer to that centre line. Almost right on it at the finish line.
Just got to lean off to the left a little bit.
10:49 with a 4, 1:42 to 11:16 in the rocket lane. Plenty of RPM.
Very nice, almost no burnout possibly for the racer in the...
Well, guys, I was just up in the pits having a yak to the guys with the VP Commodore.
What's the lowdown? No,
it's batter belt. You've got a spare. Doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit. Oh no.
So yeah, mate, great looking car. Used to be grandfather's car.
Oh wow.
And took the 6-cylinder out. Put a 383 LS stroker in it, side mount supercharger, power glide, 9-inch, and produces 9 zeros.
That's a pretty healthy recipe that he's got going on there.
Mate, just absolute mint looking car, and when you open the bonnet, it's as good outside as it is under the bonnet.
Unreal. I think, if I saw the bike correctly, that one that's running 153, I think it could be a ZH2 Kawasaki. Supercharged.
Yeah, okay. They're normally pretty loud though, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I saw a green frame and whatnot, but I'm not exactly sure. Oh, actually, the bike in front of it was a Yamaha, the white tank, sort of naked thing. I wonder if that's... I'm going to do some research.
Okay.
On that, Bushy. And I'm being a bit...
Get the Google.
Elusive, but...
Get the Google out. What do you reckon you found?
I think... Could be from Extreme Turbo Creations, or Extreme Creations, over on the north side of Sydney.
So that's why you think it's got the speed.
Yes.
It's got some forced induction going on.
They've been playing with R7s, Yamaha R7s, and turbochargers a while ago. But yeah, not sure if it's one of their combos, but certainly got some solid mile per hour on it.
Because I mean, most street bikes don't run that sort of speed, like 140 mile an hour, yeah, but not that extra 10 to 15. That's a big jump.
Yeah, it is a big jump. And so back in September 2024, they took a turbo R7 out to the track, made 160 horsepower. So that's probably in the ballpark, I think.
That'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, on a small, relatively small bike.
Sharpen on a solo here. Strong burnout, but doesn't seem to be making its way down the racetrack as quick as what expected. A 12.75 at 1:13. A fastback Mustang back for another run. He or she's taking home a handful of time cards tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, making some good passes, and hopefully this one's a little bit more tame for their benefit. Here's Mark, welcome back to the box. Yeah, that was a much cleaner launch from the Mustang, 1960 foot. Cross down there for an 1191 and 116 miles per hour. So Mark, the VP Commodore, they had the spare belt. They took the advice, but it wasn't the right size.
Mate, it had about, I think, 10 mil on the lower belt.
Too much? Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit of a shame.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That car was just turning some sensational
Yeah, it looked super stout. It was making good power.
Yep.
So.
And the young fellow we're talking to in the Falcon Ute.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He's
PBs.
Yeah, he's here with him.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. So he's got some. He's got some friendly rivalry.
Yeah. Because he's running 15.1s. I think he said his BB was like a 15.5 or 15.4 or something. So if memory serves me right, yeah, he's dropped a little bit off his PB tonight.
So which is great because so many people I spoke to tonight have, just been bettering their PB. So the weather out there is just sensational. It's really good air.
Yeah, excellent air out there.
Well, Sammy Joe just went 1070.
Yep.
1070 something.
1078. So. Yeah, I think she was saying when you were talking to her 1088 maybe on the weekend. So yeah, it's all coming around for him.
I went looking for your Falcon again. Couldn't find it. White one? That downstairs, when you stand down here, it is just ear-piercing. It is just so loud. And all the way down the track.
I guess not hiding the fact that it's turbocharged and it's on boost. Get out of my way, I'm coming through.
Yeah. You didn't hear it, it'll scare you.
1571 in the rocket lane, 90 mile an hour to an 1881. Down there in the Aeroflow lane, our Audi driver back again, taking on the Commodore Longroof in the rocket lane. Another stout
like
burnout.
A good black sports wagon.
Yeah, I know you're a fan of the sports wagon.
Yep, Longroofs are a good deal.
Wonder what happened to that really nice white one that we had a few times. Remember the one that with the big wheels under the back of it?
Yeah, because that was a fresh build, yeah. It had all the gear on it.
Is that
potentially
Sydney Guard Rolling? Is that Nelson's? Yeah, yeah. Is it that one?
Could be.
He's been doing a bit of roll racing. I think he had a new engine coming out for it. And
real big turbo car.
no, his was supercharged. Nelson's. Yeah. Yeah, Sydney Guard rolling down the side of it.
Was, from memory, was just plain white.
It was just white, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember it had a few little issues when it first appeared here.
Yeah.
But it did run some pretty strong numbers.
The only thing that gave it away was a parachute hanging off the back.
That could be for anything.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know how many cars I've walked past in Kmart that's got parachutes on the back of them, but yeah.
Safety first.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the beautiful FG F6 down there. It is an FPV, so excuse me if I called it just simply a Falcon. It's not a Ford, it's an FPV, sir. It is a pretty straight and clean pass at 1178 at 120 mile per hour for the F6. Yeah, this is the Golf that's managed to figure out burnouts. Okay, so we've got a couple more passes and then the comp runners are back out again. Okay, next pairing we've got VE Commodore up against R35. VE gets the reaction time, and it's no slouch, but looks like the 35 is going to try and chase it down. It's going to be close at the big end. The Commodore's going to get there. It does. 1263 at 114 to a 1211 with a 9.
Wow.
That was
1 miles now between them crossing the line.
Pretty close. More than one way to skin a cat, right? You can do it with 8 cylinders or 2 turbos and 6. Okay, we've got the well-protected VU Ute in the Aeroflow lane. Big bull bar on the front of it. The little Mark 8 Golf streaking on down. It's been super consistent tonight, 1246 at 110. To Doing 18.72 at 64. All right, so we've got the competition runners back out again. We've got Eden Avella in the Aeroflow lane and Elias Katsiaris in the Rocket lane. Just wanted to make sure that I said his surname right.
Oh, the Falcon just rolling through the beams on the hit.
Oh, and Eden just turned the tyres. All he's got to do is make it to the other end of the track and he will get it, but he's done another axle. Can he limp it home to take the line?
I think he's going to do his best.
He's going to do his best. It looks like it's going to pull up short.
I don't know if he has to make the finish.
Does he still have to cross the line?
Because the other
the
cars,
lights are flashing.
Because the other car's red lit, right?
So it just automatically hands it to
I
him.
think, because back in the day I won a race at Melbourne, the car didn't make it across the finish line, and but the car that I was racing broke out.
Yeah, okay.
Don't quote me on that. That's the meeting director's decision, but I dare say both those cars were turned up a little bit, and Eden breaking another something. I'd say an axle, and the Falcon there, unfortunately, just bumping through the beam, and then it went in deep, and then left probably at the same
jumped back on it.
Yeah,
and then it had a bit of a backfire, and all sorts of things.
Well, question for you both.
Yes.
Is that gate past the finish line? Or is it before?
No, it's past the...
Just past?
Past the finish line,
perfect. So if he does have to pass, he has.
He's made a pass, yeah. That's right.
Well, the guys with the Mazda's not having much luck with this.
No, he's able to get it to do a cracking burnout. Just as I say that, it's not a burnout.
Right on the edge of tipping over, and there we go.
Yeah, it just doesn't want to stay up on the...
No.
I mean, like if it was old school, we'd call it a chip.
Okay, it might be leaking something there.
It did shoot a big fluffy flame out the pipe there.
Yeah.
And Adam is saying on the radio it's a little bit of fuel.
Oh, yeah.
Which we can see.
Yeah, not ideal, unfortunately.
No, definitely done the right thing.
Yep. Shut down. Looks like we've got some, I think, maybe the owner's got some notes to go back and work on the combination and just make it a bit more fun of a race car, because as much as everyone tries to get them all down the track, when they don't, it's not a lot of fun. So and that's what we're all here for. Yeah, we can see Eden's making his way back down the return road there, so it's still managed to get along under its own power. I think he may.
Couldn't hear any clunking or banging.
No, yeah, it wasn't clacking, and so maybe it had a bit of a hiccup, and he assumed that it had a breakage rather than an actual breakage. We'll see. We'll soon find out. We do have we've got the crew just back in the rotary, the Mazda off the track there, which is fine.
Actually haven't seen the Falcon come back up, the Black Falcon. It did come back? Yeah, okay. Just can't see him down in the staging lanes at all.
Yeah, he might have head back to the pits just to double check over everything after it had that little sort of backfire and a mishap on the two-step.
get the quad bike over there, get it hooked up.
Yep.
And back round to the pits. The guys are well and truly into the engine bay, having a good look round.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to figure out exactly what's going on up there that has spoiled the night. Well, for the driver anyway.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We've got that Jet VL.
It is a Jet
back
VL.
up to the line. Yeah,
it's a good description.
Okay, it comes up on the converter.
I have not heard a car.
Yeah, I can't quite explain what that sound is, to be honest. Yeah.
The short circuiting.
It's almost like a Gilmer-driven turbo. All right, so we've got it bumping up into stage. Let's get some boost on board and see if it can't get a nice representative pass. Yeah, a little bit nicer off the line for that one. Pretty straight. It's a little bit of a wander further on down the track, but it's going to cross the line there for an 11.12 with a 2 at 127 miles per hour. So possibly the best mile per hour I think it's run tonight. So,
Well, Antonio back out in the QE. His brother's here tonight, and
yeah,
he was quite happy. He's got a Volante Charger.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they were out on the weekend.
Beautiful.
And his brother beat him.
Okay.
Less power.
All right.
I think he treed him out and carried it on.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Well, Antonio's taking his time getting the launch right there. Oh, I think he's just missed third. Getting on down the track. A 12.09 at 117 for the BMW, a 12.34 at 113 for the HQ. But yeah, a bit of a misshift on that one, unfortunately.
Another VL Commodore down in the rocket lane up against the XE.
Yeah, XE, XD, one of those.
Yep.
As best as we can tell from the taillights in the dark. We've got Holden versus Ford. We've got the colours mixed up though. Spot on. All right, 10.97 with a 9 at 124 for the Falcon. At 10.09 with a 2 at 139 mile per hour for the VL. That was a much cleaner pass.
Well, the Falcon actually 60-footed at 1.5.
Yeah, really
It's
nice.
really hooking up well.
That's his second 10, I believe.
Okay.
Ran his first 10 earlier with a 10.98, I think it was. And then he's backed it up there. So, yeah, really good. And a 10.0 for the VLs. Very nice.
We've got the VF Commodore back down here again against the Falcon.
Yeah, coming up in the following race. So, Bob Stutchbury down there, another 035. 016 for young Tyson there in the AU Ute. He's been on the money with the reaction time. So, and another 15.1 at 92 mile per hour. Hey, I reckon Tyson needs to come out and enter his Ute in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Because he's run multiple 5.1s tonight at almost identical mile per hour.
Well, talking to the guys with the VP, they said he has had a drive.
Yeah, okay. Nice. VF.
Specs.
Yeah. VF with a few more traction issues coming off the line there. He's run it on home for an 11.41 with a 7 at 130 mile per hour.
Yeah, big miles an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, 14.88 with a 7 for the FGXR6. Okay. Squaring up one of the lights on the tree there. Next pairing, you've got Sammy Joe Johnson in new VH Commodore in the Aeroflow lane, and we've got that tough little LC Tirana. It's been slowing down a little bit though, Mo.
Yep.
Through the night, so not quite sure what's happening there. Let's see what it can do in the rocket lane.
It's not going too bad for a manual car.
No, we just Bushy and I were commenting earlier. It ran, I think, an 11 first pass out, but it's run a string of 12s. So nice launch, but an early leave for Sammy Joe. 153, 60 foot, not bad. 1091, 120 miles per hour, and this runner at 1339 at 107.
WRX back out.
Yep. So hopefully no more massive backfires. Yeah, cleaner on that one. It sounds like this car's got boost by gear dialed into it, because it's certainly making some more steam, the higher the gear he grabs. Yes. So not a bad way to get him down the track. So another 12-second pass for that car. Oh, a lot of wheel spin from... Pretty sure that is the ZXH2 in the Aeroflow lane. Yeah, 149 mile per hour after just turning all of second gear in that thing. Rolling power skids on your motorbike. What a nutter. All right. It's pairing up. Clean launch from the Aeroflow lane.
Well, 11.2 at 124 miles an hour to a 12.6, 135 miles an hour. Miles an hour definitely doesn't represent the ET.
No, that's right. Bit of a lazy 60 foot there. So impressive modern bikes, they just make so much horsepower compared to older ones, Okay, here we are, both in stage. Ooh, little red light from the runner in the rocket lane. Wow, 11.27 to an 11.29 on that one. That was a very close pass. Very good. Do we have something? Did hear like a bit of a free rev further down the track, but don't know. We've got the track crew just checking out the rocket lane. Bit of shrapnel maybe.
Well, they're all walking in the same direction, so
yeah.
Something down there seen.
Seems like there's not too much concern there, so
it's like we always want to see is them jumping back over the fence again.
Yep. We see them drag the feet and then they stop, and then the yoga pose.
Yes.
When they reach down and wipe the ground. That's not ideal. Some more investigation is necessary, but we're all good to go. Both bikes into stage. Nice reaction time from the Kawasaki in the rocket lane, 089 and a 175 60 foot. Crosses through for a 977 at 149 mile per hour, really nice.
And 13.5 at 113 miles an hour for the Aeroflow lane. Falcon versus Falcon.
Barra swapped.
What, are they sharing the same barra?
Well, it could be. They're both single cams, right?
Yeah,
So.
yeah. 3 pots apiece.
039 reaction time for Danny Stadelmeyer in the AU. Will lead the way down there ahead of the ED in EB/D in the rocket lane. So a 13.56 at 99 to a 15.94 at 87.
Well, Danny's really got that car sorted out. 177.60.
Yep, that's a manual
Yes.
6-cylinder AU Falcon base model, if I'm not mistaken. Glorious. All right, FG Falcon in the rocket lane. And we've got the little Corolla in the Aeroflow lane. Okay, Mustang back out again in the Aeroflow lane. He's a big fan of the Aeroflow lane.
Yeah.
I don't think it's run in the rocket lane all night.
Well, it's definitely working for him.
Yeah. Interesting though, you said it was left-hand drive.
Yeah.
It's a better view of the tree if it was in the rocket lane, right? Not that it's, I don't think it's running red light, so not hurting. 11.62 at 115 miles per hour.
And 12 to 110 miles an hour. We've got the Commodore up against the Audi. Audi's got the dedicated stickers down the edge of the guard.
Yes.
Make it look racy.
And the 360 camera off the back, so you can see the gap that he's handing out to that Commodore. It's a bit harsh, but 11.89 with a 5 at 118 miles per hour. CZ 13.53 at 110.
Camera's a little bit more polite than hitting the hazards.
Yeah. At the time. But when people are rewatching it on YouTube or Instagram for the next forever, not so
But he's
nice.
got to live up to the number plate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you. Okay. Volkswagen Polo, by the looks of things, up against the dual cab. I think it's a Hilux. Isn't
Yeah, it is Hilux. Yep.
Just waiting on the Polo to creep into stage. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. Let's go. What's the mighty Hilux got for us on this one? Ooh, bit of a chirp of the tyres there, I think.
Well, what's the best I've seen out of it so far? Was a 17.4?
Yeah, somewhere along those lines. 2.5, 60 foot is sort of thereabouts.
Yep.
What it's been doing all night.
Just starting to stretch the legs at 1,000 foot.
Yeah.
Runs on through for a 17.54 at 77 miles an hour.
And 18.1 at 74 miles an hour for the Aeroflow.
The Commodore wagon back out again up against the FG FPV. Falcon trying to get a little bit more boost on board on the line there. Let's see if it will play ball. Oh, yeah, a little bit of wheel spin, so it had a little bit more on board.
He's got a lot of chasing to do.
Yep. I don't think he's going to get there, mate.
I don't think so either.
12.75 for the wagon in the Aeroflow lane, a 12.08 at 122 for the rocket lane.
Got the GTI Golf down in the Aeroflow lane. Nice big burnout.
That is, yeah, that is an impressive burnout for a front-wheel drive.
Look at the chunk of rubber that's left in the water.
Yeah.
There's got smoke coming off it. The only other person I've been able to see in my long time watching of drag racing has been an ex-top bike racer.
Yeah, right.
We used to do that pretty much in every pass of a big patch of rubber laying in the water.
Yeah, he's definitely going through the gears on that Golf. Very nice. It was a 13.49 at 105 to a 12.8
GTR up against the VF Commodore.
Yeah, having to play with the launch there to try and keep the tyres under it. Should have plenty of legs to.
Bailed out of that early.
Yeah, had a bit of a hiccup there, I think, but still gets to the stripe first. 12.25 at 95 miles per hour. A 12.11 at 111 miles per hour for the GTR.
We got the Commodore Ute down there, fully equipped with bull bar and all.
Yes, indeed.
Looks like straight from the farm.
It's also got a fairly massive screen in it as well. Not quite sure what it's showing.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
It's another one of those. Just, yeah, Netflix and chill on the drag strip.
Yeah.
12.07 at 117 for the BMW. And the Commodore Ute will go through for a 20.44 at 57 miles per hour. Just a leisurely cruise. Maybe was watching a movie on the way down there.
Bit of Netflix on the way.
Why not? All right, we've got the Hustler Falcon back down here in the Aeroflow lane. Tried a couple of 1090s tonight. Let's see if he can't improve a little bit.
Enticing out the Ute.
Yep. He's been chasing that. Look at that. Minus 0.15 reaction time for Tyson, 0.56 for the Falcon.
He's very sharp on the lights.
Yeah, not bad at all. 1096, so I think a little PB, 124. I think they've turned the wick up on the VL down there. It seemed a little more spicy.
You wouldn't be able to do anything too silly on the street with the way that's set up, because you'd hear it in the dead of night. You'd hear it from blocks away.
Who was that? It was him. They're brewing up one big pot of tea. All right, Falcon gets away cleanly. Yeah, on the power early for the VL, so let's see if it can carry all the way down through the big end. 11.22, excuse me, at 128 mile per hour. So yeah, there's definitely a 10 in that car. It's not hitting the tyre real hard when it comes off the line, but yeah, still quite nice.
The LC Tirana against the WRX STI.
Oof, it's had that big backfire and surge again. I wonder, like I was mentioning earlier, I wonder if it's got a bit of fuel surge, making it go lean off the launch.
Yeah, okay, yep.
It might just have like a factory little in-tank module and no surge tank or something like that.
Well, you can physically see it accelerate at the top of the gear where it comes on boost, and then it slows and then off again. Just around 120 plus mile an hour there, which is mainly feeding in a
no slouch. Yeah.
Oh, nice. 9.79 to a 9.71.
Both at 150 plus mile per hour.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Just had someone chime in to our live stream from Thailand. I don't know if I've seen any viewers from Thailand before.
Yeah.
Welcome. I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy our little Wednesday night street meet here at Sydney Dragway. It's Aeroflow Performance Race for Real.
Yep. They have a good bit of drag racing over there as well.
Yeah, with a lot of diesel utes.
Yep.
Quite a lot of the dual cabs that we...
Yeah.
A lot of the dual cab utes that we have here in Australia are actually produced in Thailand. So, yeah, it's a real local industry for them. And yeah, previous model Ford Rangers. Yep. And Isuzu D-Maxes, BT50s, quite a few. Was the Navara in Thailand as well? Ah, okay. Yep. Let me guess the Spanish one, Rustin.
Depends how you order it.
Yeah. That's right, yeah, they did have a few different bits and pieces because we had, there was different suspension bits and pieces. Yeah, you're right, but more importantly, Danny Stademeyer, 004 reaction time. You know, I know I've said it a bunch of times, but in a manual, it's no mean feat to cut a light in a manual.
Okay, we just got the crew back out, just having a look at the track.
Don't tell me the AU left something on the racetrack.
As implausible as it may seem for the mighty AU,
just
I think it may have
bite my tongue.
Yes.
Yes.
You would have probably bit it off tonight, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's a little bit shorter than when you came in.
If it's not rust, it's oil.
Are you talking about your driveway?
Hilux is parked in a driveway.
All right. Okay, looks like we've got a bit of a clean up to do in the rocket lane, but it doesn't look like looks like we are heading towards the tail end of the night, so we may
utilise one lane.
Yeah, I think we may just run single lane for the few cars remaining. VESS sedan at the line there. Nice and consistent this car this evening in the 13s. 13.23. Ooh, could be maybe one of the quicker passes that car's made. It's tricky to stay across all of the runs throughout the night. Another VE.
So the gentleman down here in the VS only had this car for a couple of months.
Right, okay. Pretty new. He's got straight into it, and straight to the track. I think I remember him running the last time I was here, and I was hoping that maybe he'd raise the rear ride height a little bit, just so it would get away a bit cleaner.
He was one of the things on his list, you were saying?
Yep.
Is that he does have to do.
Yep, beautiful. Another nice pass, 11.11 with a 9, 130 mile per hour.
BMW just rolling into stage.
This is another car that's made quite a few passes. Tonight, there's no shortage of time slips.
I reckon it'll be at least 5 or 6.
Just 5 or 6?
I think, yeah. Well, I say at least.
Yes.
It's the get out, right?
Yeah.
That was in the first hour.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we did have a bit of a couple of delays tonight, so not as many as potentially could have had.
Yeah. As we always say, we've got the A team here. They just get through the cleanups quick, smart.
Yep.
And we're back into racing.
Okay, looks like we just had to reset the timing system there. It's back underway, and the BMW is into stage. It's got the green light. Build a little bit of boost and get out of Dodge. 195 in the 60. 80 in the 8th, and it will cross down the line for a 12.36 at 112 miles per hour.
Nice short burnout from the Falcon.
Yeah. It's been a bit more enthusiastic in previous runs. So they might be chasing something. Yeah, pretty clean. 156.60, so it's still where it's been most of the night. It's just tipped 100 miles per hour at the 8th. 10.86 with a 2 at 124 mile per hour. So
yeah, all the previous runs I've watched for the half track speed is around 98 mile an hour, so picking up a little bit there. I think the launch probably a little bit cleaner.
Yep. And that really illustrates that sometimes, depending on the tyre that you're running, the big burnout is not always better.
Yes.
So it might just overheat the tyre.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. You can go too far and you go the other way.
We've got the VL subscribing to the same method here, very short burnout in comparison. Oh, that didn't want to agree with the boost off the line, so just cruising on down.
I was talking to the young guy in the LC Tirana.
Yeah.
He was saying that he was putting more timing in the car as it goes.
Okay, yep.
Over summer, he knocked a bit of timing out of it because it was getting a little bit hot.
Yep.
So, and he forgot all about it. And yeah, something clicked when he's out here and thought, more timing.
There you go. Very nice. Oh, I wonder if that's what he's been playing with tonight. Why we've seen it sort of slow down a bit and then pick up, and yes, it's a little twist on the dizzy.
It's amazing, just a little bit more timing and a little bit more fuel.
Yeah. Add a degree until it knocks, then back it off, right?
Yep, that's it.
I was going to say, what sort of degree in advance would you be running on average? I understand that all cars are different with cams and all that sort of thing, but you know, what would be a rough average?
Depends on the combination. I mean, you're talking 30, low to mid 30s, I think, for like a small block Chevy.
Yep.
Because you got to think about cam advance and all that sort of stuff. In the high 20s on a naturally aspirated later model V8. If it's boosted, quite a lot less. I think my car runs about 14 degrees of timing.
Wow,
at peak torque.
Okay.
You know, because there's a whole bunch of boost in there, so you've got a lot of cylinder pressure.
Yep.
Compared to a naturally aspirated application. And the air is being forced in there, so it's already in the chamber as opposed to naturally aspirated, you're trying to draw it in.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, it's a different combination there. Yeah, and then you can get to nitro cars running 56, 58 degrees of timing advance because that's what it wants, and the fuel burns so slowly that you got to get it started really early.
Yep.
It's firing halfway up the cylinder.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, the cylinder's also half full of fuel.
Yeah.
So yeah, different sort of combination, but yeah, different setups for everything. So
I know when we went over to Route 16.
Yep.
I can't remember what we went. We did go up in the timing, but we went up 10 jet sizes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a lot of extra fuel flow.
Yep. And Jason, like, we rang up Jason Mansour and said to him, because he run a lot of cars with his Roo.
Yep.
And we just told him what jetting. He goes, oh no.
Yeah.
Go up 10, and we.
Yeah. You got to make a change.
Okay.
Make a change.
Yeah. And he was spot on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the tricky thing as well. You know, a lot of people going from, say, pump 98 to E85.
Yep.
They find out that they're actually limited in the power sometimes they'll actually make less power if their fuel system is sort of maxed out.
Yes.
You know, injectors on 98, if they're already towards the the 80% range, you change to E85, you won't be able to make as much power potentially because you'll run out of injector. Different weights of fuels and things like that. It's alcohol fuel is lighter, so the flow rate changes.
Yeah, our car or our motor produced less horsepower on alcohol than it did on route.
Yeah, there you go. That's and that's just a combination. That's why there's ethanol carbs and much larger injectors.
Rollback.
Nice. Yeah, that little LC. It's just got a little bit slower. Well, it's got more mile per hour than its last pass, but a bit slower on the ET with that one. Just rowing through the gears down there in the Aeroflow lane, 964 with a 154 miles per hour. And an 099 reaction time, and 041 in the rocket lane. So, really nice. A bit of throttle management there on the launch. Both lanes by the looks of things. 11:57, 123 to a 12:05 at 140. That rider in the rocket lane just needs to get it out of the hole a little bit quicker.
Indeed, doesn't it?
There is quite the reward waiting for them in the time card shed.
Nice launch for the bike in the rocket lane there.
10.9, 127 miles an hour for the rocket lane. And 13.5, 114 for the Aeroflow.
BMW out for just one more pass tonight. Goes 2.0 to the 60. And runs on through there for a 12.18. 116 miles an hour. Yes, Fat Boy on our live stream, I'd say 5 or 6 runs for each of the motorcycle competitors, maybe a few more.
Yeah, definitely filled the sticker. I think, put it that way. Yeah. Very good. All right, so I believe this will be our last pass, looking at the staging lanes. We've got the WRX back out in the rocket lane this time.
I think you definitely should, Fat Boy. It's a good time had, and of course we are trying to put together a bike night in October. So that's definitely one to bring your bike out to if you're wanting. Adam's flick the ad up on our live stream. Of course, the 10th of October is the date that's planned. Brought to us by Sydney Random Riders and Heavy Duty Magazine, of course, as the name implies, just for our motorcycle competitors. But that event, I believe, they're trying to make it more of a festival with not only bike racing, but some stunts and other bits and pieces
cool.
as well.
That'll be awesome. Might have to ride into work on that Friday. Okay, so we've got a pair in the burnout box at the moment. The the EB Falcon and the LC Tirana. I think we've got a pair of bikes that are going to make their way back around again. And that should be our final runs through. There we go, yep, a little ZH2.
For the Tirana on that run.
Oh.
I don't think I'd be cutting an O light anytime right now. This time of night. 105 mile an hour to a 15.77 for the Falcon in the Aeroflow lane.
Oh, a lot of wheel spin for the Z in the Aeroflow lane. The thing is trying to put 200 horsepower down into a small patch of rubber.
Well, 9.6 at 150 miles an hour. Huge top end charge.
Love it.
And 11.4, 141 miles an hour.
So, here we go. Next rider up is a lucky last pass of the night. Rode through the gears and make their way on down the Aeroflow lane here. We go across for a 12.62 with a 6 at 115 miles per hour. Well, thank you very much for all those that attended Aeroflow Performance Race for Real Comp Night here at Sydney Dragway. It's been a great night. We've had everyone on the stream, so thanks for joining us on the streams. And a big thank you to